night for the oneness of all people. So let us all begin. We know that nothing win, but I shall hold it in. Say it loud as you can. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Not too many people are observing and celebrating birthdays today. On the telephone, hello, yes.
Mr. Mark.
Yes, sir, how you doing?
Blessed day to you, Mr. Mark.
Blessed day to you, too.
You know who is Mr. Who calling you Mr. Mark, man?
Yeah, my friend from Loda.
The Maglows in the valley. Blessings to you all. Blessed memory to Mr. Maglow. That was my close buddy, Matt, and still I honor the family. Blessings to you, my friend, the lady. Blessings to you all. Matt Finba Warrington. Let me shout out Finba Warrington. Marlin Detouche. Be strong, darling. May the Almighty continue to protect and preserve you. All my guardian angels, eternally indebted, grateful and thankful. All friends, all foes, all lovers, all haters. We have to come to terms what life is all about and just be kind and be cool and be nice, be moderate, be tolerant, be loving, be forgiving. Matt Peltier, you know me and you fight many times already, but don't you consider me a friend and a brother, Matt?
Mm-hmm. All the time.
God bless you, my brethren. Blessings to your family as well. And we thank God for you. Matt, you know it's your station, your program alone I call in.
Why?
I am detoxified, Matt. I'm in rehab, you know. The greatest addiction of mine is Matt Peltier program. And I have to break it, you know, Matt. I'm a person with a strong will. I have to break it, eh? Matt, have a blessed day, and thanks for all what you have done and is still doing. Even if I give you mépris, I malparler, I still care nothing about you. But I still consider you a friend and a brother. Take care of yourself first and foremost before you take care of anybody else. Let me go with my selflessness and sacrifice and all them kind of things. They don't join that, no, Matt.
Blessings.
Matt, have a blessed day, my brother. Love you.
Blessings to you. Blessings to you. All right, let's do this one there. A very, very big one there. An old one there from the mighty Sparrow. Education. Especially for the young kids, the young children, young students doing their exams.
Education.
Especially those externally, huh?
Foundation. Our rising population needs sound education to be recognized anywhere you go. Have your certificate to show to enjoy any kind of happiness. Knowledge is the key to success. Children go to school and learn well. Otherwise, later on in life, you won't catch real hell. Without an education in your head, your whole life will be pure misery. You're better off dead. For there is simply no room in this whole wide world for an uneducated little boy or girl. Don't allow idle companions to lead you astray. To earn tomorrow, you got to learn today.
To earn tomorrow, you have to learn today. A very powerful line from Mighty Sparrow. I'm sure you agree, huh?
For employment, yes, employment, you must be intelligent. It's essential, very essential to have your credential. But if you're block-headed like a mule, no one will employ a fool.
Miss Dawn Sims, special birthday greetings to you. More life, more love. 1 in a million. Dawn Sims, happy birthday.
Children go to school and learn well. Otherwise, later on in life, you will get real hell. Without an education in your head, your whole life your misery, you're better off dead. For there is simply no room in this whole wide world for an uneducated little boy or girl. Don't follow idle companions or you will get burned. To earn, you got to learn.
I'm sure Teacher Luther agrees, huh?
Illiteracy is man's greatest enemy. It's your duty, yes, your duty, stamp it out completely. Ignorance always impedes progress. Education saves you much distress. So learn as much as you can. For the nation's future's in your hand. Children stay in school and learn well. Otherwise, later on in life, you go catch real hell. Without an education in your head, your whole life will become misery. You're better off dead. For there is simply no room in this whole wide world for an uneducated little boy or girl. Don't allow idle companions to lead you astray. To earn tomorrow, you got to learn today.
A big song to start off all morning. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Now, just quickly, let me shout out Ralph Alcindor. Let me shout out my friend. I don't call him his name. You know where he is. Burkina Faso. Oh, my brethren, Jah guide and protect you, soldier. But let me just shout out Teacher Luther as well. Mrs. What's her name now? Oma. Relda O'Mara, Lowell Williams, Miss Wheelchair. But these are my adult education teachers at Buffett State. And I'm sure they going to give that block-headed mule boy.
I'm sure you're grateful today. Blessings for the little education you received, huh?
But listen, as sparrows in there, but no one will employ a fool. By my madam, I am unemployable. By Matt. Have a blessed day, my friend.
Have a blessed day.
For there is simply no room in this whole wide world for an uneducated boy or...
Hello, yes?
Hi, good morning. How are you, Matt?
Morning to you, morning.
Very interesting song this morning.
Very interesting.
I'd like you to play that song more on a Saturday when the children are home.
Okay.
They can listen to it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You know, even after you go to school, you're saying, boy, I wish I could be back in school, huh? Hello, talk to me. I'm sure all of you...
Morning to you, Matt. Morning to your listeners.
Morning to you, morning.
I concur with that last caller, and I just wanted to tell you that you should make that song your theme song, because without an education, Matt, you can't go nowhere. You know, so we want to thank all the teachers all over the country. We want to thank all the principals. We want to thank all the retired principals and teachers for their knowledge, their wisdom, their education. Thanks for your effort. Thanks. I know sometimes they use the word mad, but it's for our own benefit. And I just want to say good morning to all Dominicans wherever you are. Roma, John, good morning to you. I love you. And I just pray God's blessing for good health, long life, peace, joy, and harmony for you and your family. I'm happy to know you. I'm happy to associate myself with you, such a friendly and trustworthy friend. I pray God's blessing on you and your family. There's Richard, good morning. Ms. Dirampo, Ferrilia, Blue, Blessing, Luvinia, and my friend Cleaning Kingsfield. I love you. Ralph, I'll send on all my friends. I just want to tell you good morning, how special you are to me, and let us continue to do what is right for the Commonwealth of Dominica, so that we can shine in the eyes of the Creator. Thank you so very much, Matt, and have a peaceful and productive week.
For there is simply no room in this whole wide world for an uneducated boy or girl. Don't allow idle companions to lead you astray. To earn tomorrow, you got to learn today.
On the telephone, hello, yes. Hi, yes. How are you?
I'm fine, Mato.
Okay, good.
That song is a
Prophet, today's any special day?
No, I just thought I would, tell the
Yes,
children how important education is.
yes,
Yes.
okay, and lift up everybody's spirit. Anyway,
Yes.
every teacher in the land,
Hmm.
we still want to just tell you thank you, and we ask God to bless you. Today is Don Sims' birthday. I want to tell her happy birthday. And Westcott Jones, his daughter is 2 years yesterday. I miss it. I want to tell her I love her. I want to tell her she's a beautiful girl to take care of herself. And met all my friends, Blue, Marlene, Copel, Ferrilia, Blessing. It's just gone. Matt, I love everybody. Your parents, everybody. My son and my daughter, they know their name, they know themselves. Good morning to everybody. Matt, love you.
I love you too. Love you.
Without an education in your head,
Let me say good morning to my daughter who's a teacher today.
you're better off dead. For there is simply no room in this
Maeve Peltier, good morning to you.
for
Good morning to the teachers of the Granby Primary School.
don't follow idle companions or you will get burned. To earn, you got to learn.
To earn, you've got to learn, huh? And congratulations to my son Majid, huh? Hello, talk to me. Yeah? Hello.
Morning, Matt. How are you?
How you doing today? How you
Not
doing?
too bad,
Yes.
I want to wish Don Sim a happy birthday and all
Okay.
God's blessings.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, what a beautiful food. Anyway, I just hope she have a good day today. Very nice food. Okay.
It's your duty, yes, your duty. Stamp it out completely. Ignorance always impedes progress. Education saves you much distress. So learn as much as you can.
It's very important, huh? Education.
Chairs in your hand. Children stay in school and learn well.
That's my parents,
In life, you won't catch red.
Marfos and Tina, ensure that
Without an
I got a good education there.
your head. Your whole life will be your misery. You're better off dead.
All my siblings.
For there is simply no room in this whole wide world for an uneducated little boy or girl. Don't allow idle companions to lead you astray. To earn tomorrow, you got to learn.
To earn tomorrow, you've got to learn today. Hello, talk to me, yes? Uh-huh.
Amen to that. That's so true. I just wish I could go back. Anyway, I give my own all what I didn't get. I give that.
I know, yes.
They have it over and over. Amen. Praise the Lord. But I wish happy birthday to Dot Sims.
Mm-hmm.
And it coming from me and all the members of the sports shop, crew, especially Sibo and Mr. Lee. Dot Sims, cut the cake and celebrate.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fight life's
Hey, Teacher Olive, welcome home, man. Another teacher.
education lights up your way. Without it, you never get through.
All the teachers of the land, huh?
Success or failure, no, is up to you.
And retired teachers as well, huh?
Children go to school and learn well. Otherwise, later on in life, you go catch real hell. Without an education in your head, your whole life will be pure misery. You're better off dead. For there is simply no
Good
room.
morning to Miss Sophie Matthew. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
But
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm okay. Education is a learning process, but some people
Of
think they go to
course.
school and after school, that's it. Education is a learning process till the final end.
Uh-huh.
From the cradle to the grave, okay? And I want to commend all parents because I know parents of before Matt, they put more emphasis. I'm not saying parents now not doing it, but in our days and in our mother days, you have to learn to pray, you have to learn to read, you have to learn to write, you have to learn to do things, you have to learn to, even men, like my mother have, 5 boys, and all of us can cook, we can wash, we can clean, we can iron, we can do everything because they taught us great and good values. Not like now, parents feel that men, their boys' children should not wash clothes and not iron and not clean. That is for the woman, and the boys should go scrubbing and things of that nature. In our home, everybody learn to do everything. That is why no woman can cut style on my mother 5 beautiful, handsome boys.
All right. That's so
you,
true.
Matt.
Thank you. Thank you. And to all the teachers there, my former teachers, the St. Luke School,
Don't ever ignore it.
especially teacher Vilna,
Fight life's battles.
Dr. Dale Dangleben. I want to say good morning to
You
teacher Vilna Royer out there in La Puente.
without it, you never get through.
All the teachers there in St. Luke School, the former teachers.
You children go to school and learn well. Otherwise,
Oh, that was your favorite teacher, huh?
you get real.
Dr. Dale Dangleben.
Without an education in your head,
Gonna come back in a little while, but some people seem to be enjoying the song there. Hello, talk to me, yes? Morning to
Matt.
morning to you, morning.
I'm enjoying the song.
Yes.
And I'd like to ask the children, congratulations to them all for your teachers.
Yes.
And couple taught you, very true couple, that's right. We learn to do everything. Boys, that's good. Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a blessed day.
Have a blessed day. On the telephone, are you there? No, you're not. And tomorrow you've got to learn today. Hello, yes?
Matt, good morning.
Morning to you, morning.
Like I said,
Mola, man, mola. Blessed.
just got back home from Florida from St. Thomas last night.
Okay, good to know.
Which is nice. Matt, let me tell you something. While education, I got people might get mad at people saying that there. While education is so very important, formal education that is books that to execute it is another thing, you know. Because there are some people that are very formally educated, Matt. And the most stupid than a donkey.
You're right. I won't say donkey, but you know they behave more ignorantly than those that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking, because imagine even in our little Dominica there are so many highly educated people, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
And the kind of things that they involve and engage themselves in.
You're so right. You're so right. I have some former teachers there, especially at the St. Mary's Academy. Very, very. I don't know how they taught people, and they behaving. Yeah, they're behaving that way.
It's just something else,
yes.
Man, you know. And I always feel like look at blessings. Blessings are not formally educated person. But somebody always tell me, boy, when you have good common sense and you're able to execute it and execute it properly, it's so much, sometimes even better than the formal education, because sometimes you end up, it's not even sounding and acting smarter than formally educated people.
Oh, yes. That's so true.
I hope people don't get mad at people saying that.
No. I agree with you. They're educated but have no common sense. So they say nothing beats common sense, huh? Or experience. I feel very disappointed with some of the teachers, especially from the St. Mary's Academy, you know. Who prostituted themselves.
Illiteracy is my...
Hello, talk to me on the telephone, 821, yes?
Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you, morning.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Matt, I want to wish my niece at Sophia Gile Matthew, the teaching at Discourse Secondary School, and all the teachers on them. Some of them are doing a good job. Some of them don't know how to take time with some children. It happening, Matt. And it have some good teacher and some bad teacher. I want to wish all of them good, and I love that stuff.
I wouldn't say they're bad teachers. They just do it for the salary and nothing else.
But Matt, some of them they have in their problem at them when they carry the baggage in school and they passing it on the children. They passing it on the children, Matt. Some of them the children they're willing to learn, but the way the teachers and them talk to the children and deal with the children are scared of them. They're afraid to learn. If you check the child properly and watch the child, if the child has a slow learning process or the child is fast, you can deal with this situation. But some of them, when they have their problem, they're bringing it in the school and they're passing it on the children. And we're busy to blame the children, but we have to blame ourselves too. So, Matt, do have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day, huh? Happy Teachers Happy Teacher's Day, huh? To my daughter Maeve, from Alex there in Vocally.
You got to learn.
A lot of greetings there to Teacher Vilna, one of the best in the West, huh? On the South, huh?
Illiteracy is man's greatest enemy. It's your duty, yes, your duty, stamp it out completely. Ignorance.
And you're right, you know. While education is very important, learning a skill and a trade is also very important. I always tell young people, be very good at at least one, but learning both gives you more survival skills.
Children stay in school and learn well. Otherwise, later on in life, you go catch red. Without an education in your head.
And yes, you're right. When children excel, parents must be commended as well. So kudos to you and congratulations to your son. All the best in the future, his future endeavors.
Don't allow idle companions to lead you astray. To earn tomorrow, you got to learn today.
8:24. This song has evoked a lot of reactions, huh? Morning to you. How you doing? How you doing? Yes.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you. Morning.
I'm saying good morning to all the teachers, the present, the past of the Monjon Primary School. Thank you for your good job. I can't call names too many. This is from Florida with love, and good morning, Monjon. Bye.
Lots of love.
You'll never get through. Success or failure now is up to you. Children go to school and learn well.
A big song that evoked so much reaction. It's not Teachers Day today, but I just thought,
your whole life will become misery. You better
say thank you.
For there is simply no room in
to the many teachers around Dominique and around the world. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school, huh? It's a never-ending process. You get educated every day. Hello, talk to me, huh? Are you there, caller? Somebody's on the...
You're better off dead. For there is simply no room in this whole wide world for an uneducated boy or girl. Don't allow idle companions to lead you astray. To earn tomorrow, you got to learn today. It's a treasure. Yes.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning. What a great way, Matt, to start. But I'm going to work this morning in a joyful way. You know, and I just want to say, Sarah, good morning. I know you're listening in St. Thomas, and my other friend in St. Thomas. Good morning to you and all Dominicans wherever you are. You are precious. You are important. You happy to associate myself with you. I just love you. And I just give you more love. But I am so joyful with that song today. And not only parents, teachers, and principals, and those. There's some women who never meet children, Matt, and they care for them, for children more than mothers who carry children. So we want to recognize these people too as well, Matt?
Yes, that's true.
We want to recognize them and all those who played a major role in bringing children up and disciplining children.
You know, Kopel, we used to say that a community raised a child, huh?
What's that?
A community raised a child. Those were the days when, you know, you
that's it.
Yes.
And parents, while you are listening to that song, take back control. No matter how big that child is, you have to question the child. There must be rules and regulation. Our parents question us in employment. to my mom when I bring, she would ask me, where did you get that? And I would tell her, well, I purchased it. And she would say, yes. She would question all 5, 7 of us and taught us very good. Watch out before you cross. Do not walk with turn on the pant on you all, because you never know sickness and death is very common. Ask for what you want, see and don't touch. All of those great values, Matt. Let us teach it to our children. It don't matter how big our children they are. When they come home with things, question them. Where did you get that? Question them, because where love and unity is concerned, you will always do it. And another thing my parents always taught us is the family that stays together always pray together. So my mother, my father, which is husband and wife, and children would kneel down and pray and embrace each other. So family, once we can bring that back in family, money, we need money to pay our bills, but love is the most important thing that will make the world go wrong. Thank you, Matt, and God bless.
Thank you. We're going to go a final call there this morning. They're very, very powerful song that evoked so much reaction this morning. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Good morning, Matt.
Morning.
Matt, I just got connected. I just hooked up. I do not know what is the topic about. I don't know what it's
no, we're just talking about education. That's all we're talking about this morning.
Okay. But Matt, please, I beg you, allow me to pass a message to the doctor that is responsible, or the pirate for what we even know, Dr. McIntyre.
Pass a message. Pass a message quickly. Pass a message, yes.
Excuse me?
I say pass the message. Go ahead.
Yes, Mark. But since I go pass this message, maybe you want to ask me a question. Let me tell you, I know you are right to do that. But don't ask me yet. After I pass this message, there'll be a time frame. There's a young man called Joshua Pascal. He will be the one that will be able to answer most of the questions. But I'm going to ask. I'm going to pass a message to Dr. McIntyre. Dr. McIntyre, I am Tony Caesar. I am this. I am Mrs. Rosalind Damier.
I suspect you need to get your thoughts together and you'll call me back, okay? So get your thoughts together, Mr. Caesar. You'll give me a call back because you seem to be, looking for that thought. So call me back when you get it ready.
Exciting news from Sunrise Airways. Starting May 25th, we're expanding to the Eastern Caribbean with new service to St. Kitts, Antigua, Dominica, and St. Lucia. Enjoy round-trip fares starting as low as $199. Book now at sunriseairways.net or through your travel advisor. Experience the best in travel with Sunrise Airways. We fly to connect people. Book today.
Auto Trade introduces Thrifty Thursdays on the last Thursday of every month. Get up to 20% discount of various items in the store between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. But wait, there's more. Also, look out for what Zillow Today offer for an even bigger discount. You can't miss out on this real savings. So come to Auto Trade on Thrifty Thursday. At Auto Trade, it's more than a vehicle. It's a relationship. Terms and conditions apply.
Exciting news from Sunrise Airways. Starting May 25th, we're expanding to the Eastern Caribbean with new service to St. Kitts, Antigua, Dominica, and St. Lucia. Enjoy round-trip fares starting as low as $199. Book now at sunriseairways.net or through your travel advisor. Experience the best in travel with Sunrise Airways. We fly to connect people. Book today.
When you want the best, what you do? Shop at SCS. Better than the rest. Go shop at SCS. And they all compare. Shop at SCS. You get more for what they say. Shop at SCS.
Shop at SES. Yeah. Shop at SES. Shop at SES. What they say? Shop at SES. SES family, customer friendly, with free locations, it's so convenient, and our prices, they are the nicest. Madam and Monsieur, that's where you belong. Oh, tell your mama, tell your papa, shop at SES. Tell your son and your daughter, shop at SES. Auntie, nan, and cousin, friend, open power, all of them. Grandma, grandpa, couple, neighbor, girlfriend, boyfriend, side. What? Shop at SES. Shop at SES. Shop at SES. Shop at SES. Check us out at Pottersville, High Street, and downtown Roseville.
Dominica, it's on its way.
I'm pleased to announce that the plans are going exceptionally well for the hosting of the first ever Dominica Economic Revival Summit that is scheduled for June 4th to 6th at the Jungle Bay Resort in Sofia.
Come help us kickstart, restart, and jumpstart Dominica's economy.
Gathering speed, long cross, big smile. Let's go! Windsor Park Stadium will be filled to capacity when Dominica takes on Jamaica in the FIFA World Cup qualifier. Sunday, June 9, 3 p.m. Windsor Park Stadium, Dominica. Tickets $25 adults, $15 children. Come support the boys repping 767DA in a crucial matchup against the 876JA. Who your mix reggae? Dominica, Jamaica. Get your tickets now. Auto Trade introduces Thrifty Thursdays. On the last Thursday of every month, get up to 20% discount of various items in the store between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. But wait, there's more. Also, look out for what's still up today offer for an even bigger discount. You can't miss out on this retail savings. So come to Auto Trade on Thrifty Thursday. At Auto Trade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship. Terms and conditions apply.
Dominica, get ready for Mayfest Part 2. Non-stop betting from Friday, May 31st. Setwa Official and MDC presents Hurricane Colors Juve Fest with music juggling by DJ Slim, DJ Turner, DJ Pocket, Trippy G. Whoa. Signal Band, DJ Apute, and DJ MJ at the Marigot Fisheries Complex from 11 p.m. Saturday, June 1st is International Artist Night with entertainment by DJ Rest, Honor, Rich, What That Up, Stick That Up, Who Does It The Crew, Danger Day, and live on stage out of Jamaica. Pull over. Back it up in the rover. Dancehall superstar, Governor.
Big woman thing, me a beg you up front.
Governor.
I tell them I beg you so.
The Booyah Boss is a Banta. Dynamic and DJ MJ. It all goes down at the Marigot Fisheries Complex from 10 p.m. Hold on, we cool it down on Sunday, June 2nd from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. with the all-white cooler fest at the Pegua Bay Riverside. Live performances by night. DJ Flip, Venomous Sounds, DJ Taffy, DJ Appy, and Tiki International.
Yo, the whistle.
May 31st to June 2nd, all roads lead to Marigot. See you there. These events are sponsored by Heineken, Digicel, Fine Foods Inc., Avoy Big Shop, Caribbean, Big Belly Sound, Moccasin, Topitor, Divas, Middle Bay, Campari, Carlo Rossi, MCCU, Coca-Cola, Q95, the Government of Dominica, Carib Shandy.
Pull over, back it up in the rover.
Dominicans, are you ready? The third annual Dominican Diaspora Expose at the Crafts in collaboration with 767 Creations ME Free Spend, a cultural infusion of Dominican sound and food industry and a market daily for different. Music by DJ Falcon and legendary Golden Drum Award winner, the one and only Levi Super L Low Black.
On the 8th of June 2024, Creole breakfast will be served from 8 a.m. and the cultural exposure will start from 10 a.m. till at 767 Stuyvesant Avenue, Irvington, New Jersey. Yes, people, the official buzz of the Nature Isle. Dominican diaspora caterers will be displaying and marketing their own local-made products of arts and crafts, books and paintings, hair and body products. Dress up in your Creole wear to support your Dominican diaspora Creole community. The Dominican diaspora nurses will be doing blood pressure checks and peep talks. Lots of local foods and drinks. Cane juice will be squeezed right there on the spot. Live stream by TDN Caribbean Radio. Sponsored by Rules Catering. 1347-994-5580. Well and smoked meat. 1-845-232-6202 and 767 Creation FE. For more information, call 862-248-9758. Remember to dress up in a Creole style. It's a cultural extravaganza. I'm that boy, I'm that.
Oh my God. To news from Sunrise Airways. Starting May 25th, we're expanding to the Eastern Caribbean with new service to St. Kitts, Antigua, Dominica, and St. Lucia. Enjoy round-trip fares starting as low as $199 US. Book now at sunriseairways.net or through your travel advisor. Experience the best in travel with Sunrise Airways. We fly to connect people. Book today.
Dominica, it's on its way.
I'm pleased to announce that plans are going exceptionally well for the hosting of the first ever Dominica Economic Revival Summit that is scheduled for June 4th to 6th at the Jungle Bay Resort in Sofia.
Come help us kickstart, restart, and jumpstart Dominica's economy.
You won't catch red hell
We're having an issue with the computer here, so.
in your head.
So
Your whole life, you better understand.
Dominica, we're still here. Just hold on, hold on, hold on. I just want to start off with, of course, the Kingdom Connections commentary from Pastor Rodney. Just give me a minute. Let's begin today's discussion with Pastor Randy Rodney on Kingdom Connections last evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, by way of our Talking Points commentary this evening, as usual, we have a couple of things that we want to mention to you this evening. The first one is I want to personally thank the many of you who took time off to be part and parcel of the Dominica for Jesus revival services. And we've not had revival services of that magnitude before in the country, and I'm very, very elated that this happened. I'm grateful to the visionaries for this, the planners, and the people who executed it. Very, very thankful to all of you. I am appreciative of the man of God who traveled all the way from Cameroon to be here in Dominica for that purpose. And I've been believing for a shift. And I am sure that that shift is pretty much on its way. I think that happened in the heavens, and the manifestations are clear to see on the ground. So let me thank you for attending and supporting and being there. The rest of you who didn't attend, I pray the blessings of God upon you for staying home as well. I said to one of the organizers, those who had to be there was there. And I know some of you, quite a number of you were skeptical, and even skeptical up to today, even after the thing finished, or you're still skeptical, you know. I pray God's best on you as well. You know, some people don't receive because they don't believe. Jesus himself says that he could not do many miracles in a certain place because the people had lacked belief. So we have that example, and we are not daunted or frightened by that at all. Okay. So my thanks, I've said it before several times, but I say it again to all of you who participated in this. God bless you, and let's plan on doing that together again. All right. Well, over the weekend as well, there was the groundbreaking for the Brits Marina. And, you know, sometimes everything that the incumbent government does receives opposition. And sometimes, you know, when you listen to the opposition, there are questions to be answered. So I read Lennox Honeychurch's article with interest. And I also listened to some of the delivery, and I too have concerns. I'm sure anything that brings development into Dominica is excellent, like I said, for the international airport. However, it doesn't mean that you can bring a good thing and do it badly. Somebody says a good thing at the wrong time, wrongly done, is a bad thing. I don't think you can do it badly. So I do not believe, ladies and gentlemen, that we must have a repeat of the way we have been handling CBI funds. Okay? So there must be transparency. You sell 10 passports, each of them costs $10. 10 by 10 is 100. And then you get 10 for yourself, which is $10, and you use the rest 90, according to the gentleman from somewhere. You use the rest 90 to build the airport. That is how you give account for people's money, because it's not your money. Anytime it's not your money, you have to give account for people's money. And it must be done well. The situation we have with the funds that we've been hearing both the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance speak about for the international airport is sadly despicable, and it is not responsible either. Yes, you want to do it with so many $100 million. We need to know how many passports are you putting aside for that? How many have we, sold, rented, whatever, loaned, and how much money we got from it to the cent, and how much is passed on to whoever and whatever, and that there must be proper accounting. And some of you get so upset when people ask for accounting, but you have your money in the bank and you're still free to use it. But that is the people's money, and so there must be proper accounting. So that I'm a little concerned about the use of the Citizen Buying Investment Program monies to do that. Now, I don't know if that was said, and I'm not sure if I was too clear on what I heard, but my question is, who will the marina belong to when it's done? And I'm asking that question in light of the fact that a lot of the hotel plants that we see being constructed all over the place with CBI money, we are told it is not governments, it is individuals. Yet, the houses that government built with CBI funds all around the place, we understand, is governments, not the people who. So, I'm a little slow. My accounting capacity is not that great, but I'm a citizen of the lovely Commonwealth, and I would need to understand the difference between the monies that you receive for the housing development and the houses are government houses, and the monies that you receive for the airport development, and the airport is build, operate, and transfer. I want to know what is the situation for the marina, because the hotels are not build, operate, and transfer. As far as I hear, the hotels are sell your passport, build your hotel in your name without bank loan. Anyway, without bank loan, and it's your hotel. I don't understand that. The passport is not yours, it's not you. You sell the passport, it's not yours, but the money is yours. Something's not making sense to me. And like I said, maybe I'm slow of understanding. So if one of you can explain that to me, if one of you more intelligent than I am and explain that to me, then I'd be happy. Now, don't tell me what you think, tell me what the facts are, okay? So let me explain it again. The passport is the country owned. When you sell the passport and you build your hotel, it's your hotel. The passport is the country owned. When you sell the passport and you build the airport, it's yours until you make enough money from it to get it. When you sell the passport and you build housing, the houses is government owned, even if government give it to the people. Anyway, please explain that to me. Let me understand what that is, okay? Because I'm right now, you'll have my mind spinning in because I don't understand how that is happening. How many passports of the country we have sold is the country owned? And if you cannot tell us that, then explain something to us, because you will not explain nothing. Everybody asking questions, you will not explain nothing, but you are accountable to the people. And you, that accountant from Pishner, who always taking up my words and have my name in your mouth, you love me plenty. I just remember, I not give, but you love me plenty because you always have my name in your mouth. Give the people a proper explanation. Get the figures and stop playing dotishness with people as to trying to dazzle people with what you know in the phrase. Okay, don't do that. Give the information, and I don't think you are the person to give the information either, because you don't have it. It's not you that doing it. You used to have it once upon a time. You don't have it now. So in fact, let me shut up when people talking about the CBI. Let the people who are to answer us properly. But we need the answers, because it is not the Labour Party's money. It is the people's money. What we know about the Labour Party is that it makes some good money, and we don't know how. Because I have a big red house in Roseau all my life, and I pretty old. No party has been able to build not a vote for them to put their office. But the Labour Party have a big red house in Roseau. When we pass the campaign financing laws, we'll do it retroactively so we can get to know where the money come out. And so the Prime Minister will not be able to tell us it's not our business. Okay? But let us get this thing straight. That's what people are asking, and all you think they hate all you, they hate that, and they hate the country. I don't hate the country, that's why I live. I can't hate where I live. Okay, my mother, or was my mother, my grandmother, one of them used to say, Upasami puize glow to glow to. That's where I live. Okay. And so I don't hate my country. Those of you who do not want us to know what's happening in our country don't like the country, because what you're doing is you are not accounting for the country well. Hence, one of those is when it crash, you'll wash your hands like Pilate, and you leave the rest of us that love our country in there. So all of you who love your country must keep asking the relevant questions, because you hear, I'm going to repeat that phrase again. Upasame puize glow to, everywhere glow to. Well, I'm in glow to. So I love DA. That's why I stay. And I don't have no second citizenship. Most of you who talking loud, all you have a second passport like somebody else I know, right? So when I talk for my country, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, we have had some unexplained deaths, sudden deaths, and we extend our condolences to the families who have lost their loved ones all over the place. From Kingdom Connection, we say, our condolences to you, and we trust that you lean on the Holy Spirit for your comfort and for your peace. Talking Points commentary for tonight, May 27th.
All right, that was Pastor Randy Rodney. A lot of interesting questions, yeah? A lot of interesting comments as it relates to the accountability of the CBI by our Prime Minister and the government of Dominica. Are we happy with the accountability? $75 million here. How many millions for government housing that doesn't belong to the people because they have not received a certificate of ownership? Still belongs to the government. And the hotels belong to the owners and not to the people of Dominica. A little confusion there. Well, understand the comments there by Pastor Randy Rodney. Speaking truth to power. Let's listen to a voice note from Mr. Zed Lloyd.
We're not planning economically for not.
Let's go.
Let me be clear before I say anything else. Let me make it clear that I am not against the selling of passports. My wish is that we don't have to sell passports for too much longer. And that is kind of problematic because we're not planning economically for not selling them too much longer. In fact, our whole model is becoming selling more of them. But there is an aspect of the passport selling business that bothers me. On this last weekend, I sat up here in New York, and watching the celebration of this idea of a marina in my second town, Portsmouth. And on one hand, there was a sense of glee. I really think from the sea level being that we're a nature island, I think we're lacking in development with regards to marine life and the economics of it. So I welcome it. But then, after all the pomp, and all the thing was done, I kept asking myself, the same question I asked myself when Kempinski came to town with all these videos and all this thing. And the sadness of Kempinski came back to me, it came back, the sadness came back because by the time we had looked into Kempinski, we realized Dominica really owns nothing in Kempinski. Nothing. All we have online for Dominica is residual income. Nothing. We don't have any partnership initiative. We don't have board control. We don't have a percentage of the company. We don't share a percentage of the profits. Kempinski was just a giveaway of top prime real estate to a few individuals. And here in the marina game come same criminals with the same plan. And as you really look around that arc in Portsmouth, if you take the aerial view of it, you realize that some of the best and most pristine land value in the country is being owned acre after acre by one set of people. The investment option for Dominica, as lucrative as it sounds, it is not created for the benefit of Dominica. We cannot be giving away our passports. If we're giving you passports for an investment initiative, then our passports are really our input, our asset in the deal of getting these things built. And they should come with a certain percentage ownership benefit like every other investor, at the very least, or maybe triple or double. But there is no sense of ownership in terms of value to our passports in this real estate deal. There is no sense of value. You look at a place like Jungle Bay. You look at a place like Jungle Bay, prime real estate, just one owner. And yes, investors, but really, you understand, it's one owner. Why don't we own a percentage of Jungle Bay? It's our passports that make it complete, that make it happen. Why? Same thing with Sam. As much as I love Sam and the fact that he hires 80 people and he's indigenous about his business plan, but the same thing. You cannot be giving our passports away to individuals to buy prime real estate in the country. Prime real estate, calling in the valley, gobbling up acreage. Gobbling up acreage. What is our ownership status in these businesses? And the Prime Minister needs to explain to us, why don't we get more value in these real estate options? Because we don't. We don't. Dominica is the last thing on the plate, and our passports are the first thing that comes in. Why aren't we at the table? Who's benefit from these things? The same companies come, they build homes, they say they build a home for Prime Minister, they build homes in the city, then they come back and they charge the people of Dominica who gave them passports to be able to make money for this building. Man, the mathematics does not add up. I'm not here to bash passport selling, but our passport program in Dominica needs to have more indigenous control over our passports. All we're going to be getting from this investment option is a set of businesses that are not geared on raising indigenous value. We could have taken these passports and gone and sold that marina, even on a grander scale, as an ecotourism product. We could have directed it to people as a particular segment. We can sell these passports on indigenous projects. You understand? It is this arrangement that is crippling. These people are not making investment based on indigenous wealth building. That whole program isn't. It isn't. It's just a few people selected by the Prime Minister have access to that wealth in that program. You understand? Look, we're getting ready to pay for a house in the city. A house in the city that nobody knew about, but soon we'll find out why we're going to be paying for that house in the city. Yo, we're already fighting over this red and blue thing, man. Dominica has been sold under us, I'm telling you. And you know what's the sad part about being sold under us? Dominica, Madden Rich, its prime land is being sold, is an oligarchy that's being created. In that the economic model that we're following right now is making it easier and easier and easier for less and less and less, real less people to have more. We cannot develop on that model, no matter how nice these projects are, no matter how shiny they sound. We have to start having a conversation about economic value for Dominica in the selling of our passports. We have to start talking about that, not that labor thing and that real value across the board. Because this real estate option, which is making the most money, is not based on economic value for Dominicans. The only thing we're getting from it is residual stuff. We give you a prime land, and then our people come and clean your rooms for you. No, we got to come better than that. That shit has to go back to the drawing board. That shit has to go back to the drawing board. We need to sell our passports in a manner that has more value for us, not just in money up front and everything. We understand the whole investor model. We're not that stupid. We're smart people. But I'm telling you, our passports are not coming to the table with the power of an investor. And that is a problem. That is a goddamn problem. And economics makes no sense. No sense. And it's time for us to let this Prime Minister understand that this real estate option needs to be reorganized in a way that empowers Dominica is our land, our past, everything we give in, everything. Prime real estate. This is a dangerous model.
I've always said, we're concentrating on the wrong priorities with the selling of our passports. What is in it for the majority of Dominicans? Hello, talk to me, yes? Good morning.
Good morning again, Matt. Matt, I couldn't agree with him more on a lot of what he said. Matt, the apartments doesn't belong to the government either, Matt. The apartments still maybe belong to the same person that have all our billions of dollars outside there, that building them big houses and them big hotels and them big houses they have up on Mount Daniel there, Matt. This apartment belong to that person because you can't just put people to live in apartment and you're not giving them what you're supposed to give them, put them to live there. That doesn't belong to you, and it has the state owning a kind of way because on our land, but the apartments belong to the same person. Matt, I just wanted to pass a quick message like the man was trying to pass earlier. Mr. Caesar, Matt, is very important to him and his family, Matt. His mother-in-law is lying down at the hospital for about 14 days now, Matt, trying to get some blood work done, and there's no instrument or no equipment maybe to give her that blood test. She also she need a scan, and she cannot get that. So her children are very upset. Those that are living away, they are very upset that their parents their mother cannot get what she's supposed to be getting at the hospital. And Mr. McIntyre, that's a person that supported Dr. McIntyre. That's a person that supported you. She lives from the Valley, Wharton, Waven to be precise. She needs assistance at the hospital, like all other persons need assistance. Please, Mr. McIntyre, go outside and make them know that lady needs assistance at the hospital. That's what the man was trying to tell you.
I think he sent me a voice and I'll play that.
Okay, Matt.
All right, no problem. Thank you. Matt, Mr. Z. Lloyd is not my cup of tea. But you see that voice note just played? I endorse it 100%. Hello, talk to me. Yes, Mr. Caesar, I'll play that voice note for you in a few. Hello, talk to me. Yeah.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you.
I endorse that voice note. He's not my cup of tea either, but that particular voice note is hitting the nail on the head. There's no question about that. So congratulations to that composer of that voice note. But Matt, the point Blue made there, Mr. Skerritt has always said over and over, those houses belong to the state. And Mr. Lennox Linton had told the occupants of those places, make sure you get a chattel title. And when he made that statement, Mr. Skerritt, the teller of untruths, said that you will get the titles, but they never came, Matt. And he keeps saying subsequently to that, these properties belong to the state. So those living in there don't expect to get one while Mr. Skerritt is prime minister. We've got to rise up and remove Skerritt out of there for you to get your title, your chattel title for that apartment. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning to you, 449-3095-9697. Back to the telephone. Yes, another call there from the overseas line. Are you there, yes?
Matt, idea. Morning, how are you doing?
Morning, bro.
Yeah, Matt, I want to thank Pastor Rodney because, Matt, those are pertinent questions. Because I always wondered to myself, Matt, how can a developer, you give passports or citizenships to a developer, Matt, to sell. And then you turn it around and you're telling me that when they sell it, the person they sell it to own a stake in whatever the development is going to be, say like Kempinski. And that the money doesn't have to come to the treasury because it's investors' money. But the asset you're selling, it belongs to the state.
Mm-hmm.
So you mean the state doesn't get any percentage from that? So let's Kempinski they give them 800 passports to sell. So Matt, Dominica, apart from the fees, whatever the fees are, due diligence fees and whatever. So Dominica doesn't get anything back from that. Somebody really has to explain that,
some of the investors were fighting over the profits there, and a lot of profits are given back to these people,
But Matt, so what I don't understand is why it is that, okay, let's suppose Kempinski costs, it's going to take 500 citizenships. Why is it that we, Dominica, the government of Dominica, cannot get somebody to sell those 500 citizenships and you give them a commission on that 500? If you want to give them, let's say 50 for themselves, so they could, that is their pay. You understand what I'm saying, man?
I understand.
But no, you give them 800. The hotel only costs 500, and the extra 3 is their own, and nothing in it for the country. But and people who support in the government want us to believe that that is a good thing. The government of Dominica, the state of Dominica, has no stake in Kempinski, Mat, and is a Dominican asset that was used to build the hotel, Mat. I just trying to and all they're saying is this. I remember the first time Lennox, Mr. Lennox came out with that, and there was another radio station, and they were ridiculing him, saying that, oh, if it's that how he's going to run the country, because that is investors' money. So how are we going to take the investors' money and put in the consolidated fund as the investors' money? And Matt, ever since then, I trying to understand, but why it becomes investors' money when it's
our passport?
Dominican asset that is used is our passport. So how, Matt, but somebody would have to explain that. And that's the thing. When you ask for explanation on these things, you're against the country, you're against the government, you don't like Roosevelt Skerrit, you don't like the Labour Party. Every time you ask a question, Matt. And Matt, that has to stop, man. Thank you.
Thank you, young man. The lands were bought, somebody says, by Anthony Hayden. He did the development of the houses and resettlement. He's renting to the government, so indirectly the people cannot own the houses. But what is different from the house in Mount Daniel? Remember the PM said he's renting? From who, Matt? Somebody's asking this morning. Hello, talk to me. On the telephone, remember these passport belongs to the people of Dominica. Are you there?
Yes, good morning, Matt.
Morning to you, sir.
Matt, this issue that Zed Lloyd just, raised a while ago.
Very important.
But this is something that I have struggled with for years, Matt. Years struggling with that, trying to see if I can understand it. And I have to tell you and the nation that up to now, I cannot understand it. Because, Matt, I do not understand how you can give a so-called investor 15 acres of Dominica's prime land. Then you turn around and you give him hundreds, maybe even thousands of passports to sell so that he can raise the capital to put in that piece of, to build what they build, the hotel. And Matt, after doing all that, the country doesn't have any share in the business. You've set up the man, you've given him the land, you've given him the money. All he has to do is go out and sell it, and then he has the money. And at the end of the exercise, Matt, the country has no share. Matt, any kind of straight deal, the country should have at least, I would say, at least a 45% share in that business. But from what I am understanding, we have absolutely no shares at all. Matt, that thing is puzzling, and I just cannot understand it because it does not make any sense. And if it doesn't make sense, then I smell a rat. Because, Matt, look at right now, okay, the marina that's going up in Portsmouth. I'm from Portsmouth, and I, like everybody else from Portsmouth, would welcome, I want to put it on record, I welcome a marina. But then when I look and I watched it on TV, when I saw that same guy of Kempinski fame, Mohammed Asaria, that's the name, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
When I see that same guy who was here They made all their money. You remember there was even a sharing of money because they seem to have made much more money than it cost to build the facility down at Kempinski. And we understood they were sharing to the extent where our ambassador of Oceans and
Seas, yes. He was fighting for his share too, yes.
He in New York and he was fighting for his share because he figured, well, he was part of the deal and so on, so he wants his share. So money was divided even before the hotel took its first guest. They were dividing the lots. And Matt, then I understood the same gentleman, they have moved to Grenada and they're doing something Grenada. What I am saying is, it's just like the whole thing is starting all over again. Is it like another Kempinski again, where at the end of the exercise, we still don't have any shares in it? What is going on? I mean, the lack of transparency, that is what Zed Lloyd was talking about. And most Dominicans, what Zed Lloyd said is not anything new to us. Everybody in the island, we all know the same thing that Zed Lloyd says, and we are all puzzled by it. So if the state is not getting any money from all this kind of sweetheart deal, then who gets? Are there people in the state who gets? There are a million questions out there, million questions. And when you talk, there are some wicked people around there who will come around and they will say...
And they say you don't like the government. That's what they will tell you.
They will say you don't like the government, or maybe you're jealous, or you're suffering from loss of power syndrome, and all kinds of things they say over the years. But all the things that we in the opposition have been saying, we are right on cue. And those things, they have all come to pass. And even right now, some of those liberal rights who used to say all kind of things, they themselves starting to say things too, but very quietly. They will say things, but very, very quietly, because they know if somebody just go and carry their name and say this or that, they will be kicked out of the wall house that they put them in. Anyway, Matt, in conclusion, in the interest of time, this is a very, very vexing, a very, very puzzling issue, and the government needs to clear the air, because it's impossible to believe that after setting up a man, giving him everything, the state passport belongs to the Commonwealth of Dominica, and we have absolutely no share. Look, I understood Kempinski have been sold. It's not Kempinski anymore. It's called, what is it called now, Matt?
I try to remember the name, but you're right. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we understood it's been sold. We don't know how much it has been sold for and who got the money, who were the money paid for. But it's not called Kempinski anymore. It has a different name now.
I think it's Continental something? Yes.
It's called Continental. That's right, Matt. As you're getting a little older, the brain sometimes doesn't work as quickly.
Yes.
Takes a little while, but it still works, Matt. Takes a little while for the brain to work, but it still works. So yes, Matt, so this is where we are. Are we a colony of fools in this country? What is going on here? Matt, that is it for today, my friend.
All right, thank you very much. Intercontinental, I think it is. 449-3095. The issue raised by Zed Lloyd and being discussed on the program this morning must be challenged in the courts. An application for judicial review must be brought forward to challenge the corrupt practice. Get the opinion of one of your frontline lawyers on the issue. Get a judge to rule on the legality of this matter. 449-3095. Somebody suggested 45% for Dominica. No, we need 51%. Somebody else is suggesting. Top businessman is suggesting. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes, good morning.
I suppose with thanks, blessings, and glory to all those who have sacrificed their personal safety and security trying to elevate mankind to humanity. Mr. Penalty, blessings, and your family, sir.
Good morning to you.
I give thanks. Man, there's a saying that goes like that. Even yesterday, Dr. Jolly used it.
Mm-hmm.
Fool me once, shame on you. But fool me twice, shame on me. But Matt, when I fool you 50 times and you yet to understand, I am fooling you. You must be a fool. You must be a fool. Matt, ignorance is the gateway to hell. And some people are basking. They take comfort in the warmth of their ignorance, Matt. They don't want to know. Or you can say what all you want. Matt, I have told you a zillion times, Scarrett, I've heard him saying, when are you finish says all the tax money? Matt, isn't that so?
Yep.
Several times. So whose money it is? Loan, grant, passport sales, and every other form of money. It can be more drugs. Since it ends up in the coffers of government, it's the citizens' money. So, Matt, if all this major infrastructural work is taking place, and we, the people of Dominica, are not owning it, we are not benefiting from it, Matt Scarrett is not that stupid. If he is that stupid, Matt, I am sorry for Dominica. If he is smart, I am still sorry for Dominica. Somebody's making a killing, and in the method in which this madness manifests in itself, Matt, having to do with using the resources of the state, which is our passport. Matt, can you believe I give you a whole basket of fish to go and sell for me? You sell the fish, and when you come back with a bicycle, and you're telling me, well, boss, I don't bring money, I buy a bicycle for myself, and telling me I have no part in the bicycle. Matt, you know we're going to kill one another. Somebody has to die. Somebody has to end up at the hospital. And that is what is happening, even over family feuds. You find somebody killed, Matt. I always telling you about a fella. His sisters kill him over his wife. Can you recall that, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Matt, why politicians can be stealing, raping, robbing, plundering, lying, victimizing, corrupting, bribing, and you haven't had not one incident about a citizen that say, I've had enough, my pal rep or my prime minister. I am not inciting violence. This is just, it's like a metaphor. Matt, it is sickening. That is why I said, Matt, I'm glad certain times, Matt, I wish I had go to school and be educated. But it seems like when you're educated, you're fixated on prosperity, on accumulation, on achievement, and to hell with everybody else. It seems that way to me. But, Matt, it is not entirely true. There are a lot of educated people who have sacrificed their lives, Matt, trying to pull the ignorant up, the uneducated up. Philanthropists, they say it's easier for camel to enter into the eye of a needle than a rich man enter heaven. But it have rich people their whole life, man. And I know they'll tell me, oh, it's not a needle that they sew in with. As if, you're so stupid, they tell you it's a little gate and camel could not go, all stupidness. They want you to hate rich people. And the poor will always be around us. It's a game, it's a mind game. Scarrett is playing it. I listen to Scarrett in Portsmouth, man. And if you listen to the wording, you see Scarrett is suffering from a superiority complex. Nobody else can understand him. It's he alone that can understand the game he's playing. And it is working effectively on the ignorant and even on the intellectuals who seems to be frozen in time. They are comatose, man. Comatose. Because they are afraid of Roosevelt scary and what he might do and all of that. Matt, something has to break. That level of abuse, Matt, look at the state of Dominica, Matt. Look, Caesar just talking about some family member at the hospital, and Matt, it's a recurring decimal. I was there and I had to buy a lot of things, which I don't even want to elaborate on. The hospital cannot provide basic things, Matt. And you have criminals. I mean, them and go get away with over $60-something million, Matt. They were sharing among themselves. And guess what? Oh, that convert to what? Over 360-something EC, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Millions of dollars, we're talking about. And look at Dominica. On one single project, Matt. And now they're coming with one of the players or the same players again. What happened to Dan Kempinski? What happened to he and Anthony Hayden? Are they fighting, Matt? So that is what you want to do in conclusion. Keep us guessing. So we are indecisive. We want to start. We want to protest. We want to revolute. We want to talk, but we don't know what he's doing. So there's where accountability cannot be made public, Matt, because he want to keep the people confused. There is contradictions, and then there is confusion. There is indecisiveness. So Skerrit is king in the land of the blind. He is the one-eyed man that is king. Skerrit, a lot of people saying you. We are to just come coward in this country and divided. Thank you.
Thank you, Blessings. Let's get another voice note here.
Matt, I'm just listening, and it's heartbreaking as usual. You know, you have so many topics going on right now. I saw the people cheering for the marina, and it's just so sad. But what I want to say this morning is this: somebody sent me some labs to review from Dominica, and it was incomplete, meaning that they didn't have the means of doing the lab, but they charged the person for part of the lab work. And basic lab work, that is, basic lab work. And the same people are out there screaming for a groundbreaking on a marina, like the Moroccan hotel that's open, right? The geothermal that's functioning, the beautiful Roseau that's there booming, all these images that has been pushed out in the last 10 years, all these promises. When are Dominicans gonna wake up? No last parle, no palas parle. This is heartbreaking that people have been brought down that low, that they don't see their own demise, and realizing that the water increase, electric bills they can't pay, that they've not benefited from any of this. And healthcare is really non-existent. People have to bring their Band-Aids and their medications and can't get the proper lab. Dominica is a failed state. And I don't know. So many of us have been talking and screaming for so long, and folks are not listening. Again, what can we do?
Shop at SCN, better than the red. Shop at SCN, and they all confess. Shop at SCN, you get more for less. Shop at SCN, shop at SCN, yeah. Shop at SCN, shop at SCN. What they say? Shop at SCN. SCN's family, customer friendly, with free locations. It's so convenient, and our prices they are the nicest. Madam, that's where you belong. Oh, tell your mama, tell your papa, shop at SCN. Tell your son and your daughter, shop at SCN. Auntie, nene, and cousin, friend, open power, all of them. Grandma, grandpa, couple, neighbor, girlfriend, boyfriend, side. What? Shop at SCN. Shop at SCN. Shop at SCN. Shop at SCN. Check us out at Pottersville, High Street, and Downtown Rose. Sunrise,
Exciting news from Sunrise Airways. Starting May 25th, we're expanding to the Eastern Caribbean with new service to St. Kitts, Antigua, Dominica, and St. Lucia. Enjoy round-trip fares starting as low as $199 US. Book now at sunriseairways.net or through your travel advisor. Experience the best in travel with Sunrise Airways. We fly to connect people. Book today.
Dominicans, are you ready? The third annual Dominican Diaspora Expose and Crafters in collaboration with 767 Creations ME presents a cultural infusion of Dominican sound and food industry and a market day with a different. Music by DJ Falcon. Legendary Golden Drum Award winner, the one and only Levi Super L Low Black. On the 8th of June 2024, Creole breakfast will be served from 8 a.m. and the cultural exposure will start from 10 a.m. till at 767 Stuyvesant Avenue, Irvington, New Jersey. Yes, people the official buzz of the Nature Isle. Dominican diaspora caterers will be displaying and marketing their own local-made products of arts and crafts, books and paintings, hair and body products. Dress up in your Creole wear to support your Dominican diaspora Creole community. The Dominican diaspora nurses will be doing blood pressure checks and peep talks. Lots of local foods and drinks. Cane juice will be squeezed right there on the spot. Live stream by TDN Caribbean Radio. Sponsored by Rules Catering. 1347-994-5580. Well and Smoke Meat. 1845-232-6202 and 767 Creations.e. For more information, call 862-248-9758. Remember to dress up in a Creole style. It's a cultural extravaganza. I'm that boy, I'm that.
Oh my God.
44 million fans, 11 players, 1 flow, leading we colors, celebrating we greatness. With every six, every wicket, every moment of glory, we show the world what we made of. Wherever it's played, Flow is proud to be a part of it. Join We Bacchanal. Feel We Energy. This is We Game. Visit discoverflow.co. Flow, official telecom supporter of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup.
Well, over the weekend as well, there was the groundbreaking for the Brits Marina. And, sometimes everything that the incumbent government does receives opposition. And sometimes, when you listen to the opposition, there are questions to be answered. So I read Lennox Honeychuch's article with interest. And I also listened to some of the delivery. And I too have concerns. I'm sure anything that brings development into Dominica is excellent, like I said, for the international airport. However, it doesn't mean that you can bring a good thing and do it badly. Somebody says a good thing at the wrong time, wrongly done, is a bad thing. I don't think you can do it badly. So I do not believe, ladies and gentlemen, that we must have a repeat of the way we have been handling CBI funds. Okay? So there must be transparency. You sell 10 passports, each of them costs $10. 10 by 10 is 100. And then you get 10 for yourself, which is $10, and you use the rest 90, according to the gentleman from somewhere. You use the rest 90 to build the airport. That is how you give account for people's money, because it's not your money. Anytime it's not your money, you have to give account for people's money. And it must be done well. The situation we have with the funds that we've been hearing both the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance speak about for the international airport is sadly despicable, and it is not responsible either. Yes, you want to do it with so many $100 million. We need to know how many passports are you putting aside for that. How many have we, sold, rented, whatever, loaned, and how much money we got from it to the cent, and how much is passed on to whoever and whatever. And that there must be proper accounting. And some of you get so upset when people ask for accounting, but you have your money in the bank and you're still free to use it. But that is the people's money. And so there must be proper accounting. So that I'm a little concerned about the use of the Citizen Buying Investment Program monies to do that. Now, I don't know if that was said, and I'm not sure if I was too clear on what I heard. But my question is, who will the marina belong to when it's done? And I'm asking that question in light of the fact that a lot of the hotel plants that we see being constructed all over the place with CBI money, we are told it is not governments, it is individuals. Yet, the houses that government built with CBI funds all around the place, we understand, is governments, not the people who. So, you know, I'm a little slow. My accounting capacities is not that great, but I'm a citizen of the lovely Commonwealth, and I would need to understand the difference between the monies that you receive for the housing development and the houses are government houses, and the monies that you receive for the airport development, and the airport is build, operate, and transfer. I want to know what is the situation for the marina, because the hotels are not build, operate, and transfer. As far as I hear, the hotels are sell your passport, build your hotel in your name without bank loan. That's anyway, without bank loan, and it's your hotel. I don't understand that. The passport is not yours, it's not you. I mean, you sell the passport, is not yours, but the money is yours. Something's not making sense to me. And like I said, maybe I'm slow of understanding. So if one of you can explain that to me, if one of you more intelligent than I am and explain that to me, then I'd be happy. Now, don't tell me what you think, tell me what the facts are, okay? So let me explain it again. The passport is the country owned. When you sell the passport and you build your hotel, it's your hotel. The passport is the country owned. When you sell the passport and you build the airport, it's yours until you make enough money from it to get it. When you sell the passport and you build housing, the houses is government owned, even if government give it to the people. Anyway, please explain that to me. Let me understand what that is, okay? Because I'm right now, you'll have my mind spinning in because I don't understand how.
I'm sure yours is spinning as well to the many listeners listening at this time. Hello, on the time.
And if you cannot tell us that, then explain something to us, because you all not explain nothing. Everybody asking questions, you all not explain nothing, but you are accountable to the people. And you, that accountant from Pishler, who always taking up my words and have my name in your mouth, you love me plenty, plenty. I just remember I not give, but you love me plenty because you always have my name in your mouth.
We're going to take more phone calls. Hello on the telephone. Yes, good morning.
Hey, Matt, good morning.
Morning to you, sir. How are you?
Matt, Dominicans are strange people, you know, Matt. I hear people digging up Pastor Randy and Zed Lloyd. Matt, I've been saying that more than a year ago, and nobody worries me. Matt, I have a problem with people selling Dominican passports and the hotels and all the money belongs to them. Matt, you had Sam Raphael a couple of weeks ago on your program, and I listened intensively. And Matt, you said on the radio, Sam is the owner of Jungle Bay. I know what Sam said. He's the director. He never followed what you said. He tried to trick and pass around in another tricky kind of a way. So he referred to himself as the director. He didn't refer to himself as the owner. You said he's the owner, and he said, no, I'm the director. You see, these guys think Dominicans are a bunch of fools, Matt. And that is it. That's what it is. So I've been saying a long time, Matt. I have people picking up Pastor Randy and Zed. These are two good men, but I've been saying that a long time before them. Good day.
All right, good day to you. 9:36. Hello, talk to me, huh?
Matt,
yes.
That point that caller just made is a critical point. On one side of their tongue, they're saying that they're the owner, and on the other side, they're saying they're the caretaker. I've heard both sides of that mouth, Matt. That is very, very true. Now, why are they doing that? I don't know, but I'm telling you that they're doing it, and you must have heard it. So the next time they come on your program, ask them to clarify that. No matter, I want to go to the Sunday Island Port Authority. You remember that, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
In the days of Patrick John.
In the 70s.
You remember how much flack Patrick John got for standing behind that project, suggesting that project, to the point where that project was stopped? Who were the people that stopped him? The Dominica Freedom Party under Charles Savrin. Is that correct, Matt? Would you say that's correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And isn't that the same thing that Skerritt went and did with the same place, the Cabrits? He gave our park lands to whoever he gave it to, and gave CBI money to whoever he gave it to, and they produced Kempinski.
And now Kempinski has shifted ownership, apparently. At least, well, we know the name has changed. Has it shifted ownership? And who the hell is the owner? And how much stake does the state have in that ownership? Because first of all, it was on state lands, which were prime park property, which they went to Parliament and gave to whoever these investors were. Now, whatever Patrick John attempted to do, he didn't succeed. It was an attempt to do something there at the Cabrits, and they raised hell. They raised hell, and they had all kinds of stories, right? But today, Roosevelt Skerritt has achieved, and I believe, Matt, I am not sure, but it is my belief that Roosevelt Skerritt is a part owner of that. This is my belief, Matt, that Roosevelt Skerritt has ownership in that property that you see there in that park. That is my belief, and Mr. Skerritt must come clean and tell us how much interest does he have in that property, formerly known as Kempinski, now Intercontinental or whatever they're calling it. And how does that shift in name? And what are the economics of the shift? And who owns what? Because we still want to know if our state lands have a stake in the ownership of that entity. We need to know, because he is always saying about the houses that they are state property. Doesn't he always say that, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
That these houses that he built for these people are state property. And these people are obviously, he doesn't say it. He only said it once when Lennox Linton said that the people should get chattel titles. He only said it once, that you will get your title. And he only said it once. He never said it again. And Austria, when people said, well, Austria, so much time is passing, where are the chattel titles? Austria said, we are working on it. You remember that, Matt?
I remember that.
Yes, Austria said we're working on it. There's some legal implication, and they were working on it. To this day, Roosevelt Skerritt is repeating, these are state these properties belong to the state. So, Matt, these people in these apartments, they need to rise up. We don't have to do their work for them. If you want a stable housing where you own that house and you can pass it to your children, you have to make some noise. We, the opposition, can't be making noise for you, while you, when you die, you simply get hauled out and somebody else is put there and your children don't get it. They have to make some noise, man. So I'm appealing to these people who live in these houses owned by the state. If you want it to be your house, put some pressure on your government so that they will either come up with a chattel title or some kind of arrangement where you pay $100 a month or whatever, and in time, even if it takes 20 years, like the properties by the public works and so on. But one day you will own it and your children will own it. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Let's come. We'll come back there after this. Stick around, Dominica. Stick around.
Dominica, it's on its way.
I'm pleased to announce that plans are going exceptionally well for the hosting of the first ever Dominica Economic Revival Summit that is scheduled for June 4th to 6th at the Jungle Bay Resort in Sofia.
Come help us kickstart, restart, and jumpstart Dominica's economy.
Ladies and gentlemen, by way of our Talking Points commentary this evening, as usual, we have
When you want the best, what you do? Shop at SCS. Better than the rest. Go shop at SCS. And they all confess. Shop at SCS. You get more for what they say. Shop at SCS. Shop at SCS. Yeah. Shop at SCS. Shop at SCS. What they say. Shop at SCS. SCS family, customer friendly. With 3 locations, it's so convenient. And our prices, they are the nicest. Madam, miss you, that's where you belong. Oh, tell your mama, tell your papa, shop at SCS. Tell your son and your daughter, shop at SCS. Auntie, Nen, and cousin, friend, hope and power, all of them. Grandma, grandpa, copy, neighbor, girlfriend, boyfriend, side. What? Shop at SDS. Shop at SDS. Shop at SDS. Shop at SDS. Check us out at Pottersville, High Street, and Downtown Rose.
Exciting news from Sunrise Airways. Starting May 25th, we're expanding to the Eastern Caribbean with new service to St. Kitts, Antigua, Dominica, and St. Lucia. Enjoy round-trip fares starting as low as $199 US. Book now at sunriseairways.net or through your travel advisor. Experience the best in travel with Sunrise Airways. We fly to connect people. Book today.
Cause I'm on my way.
KFC delivery is here. Just place your order at www.kfcdominica.com, Facebook or WhatsApp at 614-2633 and your order will be delivered to you. KFC, it's good.
Cause I'm on my way.
It's 9:47. Oh, 9:44. Sorry. Hello. Yes. Good morning. Are you there, caller? Morning to you. Yeah.
First and foremost, my brother, I want to say I'm objecting to any building of any marina in Dominica at the moment.
You're objecting, you said?
Yeah, I am objecting.
Okay.
Let me explain. We are prioritizing the wrong things for the benefit of the country, and this is deliberately done. We have agriculture. That's our foundation, agriculture. All this money is going into stuff as marina and this kind of stuff. For me, where Dominica stand, the marina is not even sustainable, my brother, because the competition around us, we are not up there in tourism and have the attraction for tourism like all these other countries around us. But we have something that the world is craving for right now, and that is our resources, our natural resources, where we can invest long sums of money into agriculture, where everybody in Dominica would have the opportunity to now benefit from the prosperity and the success of agriculture in particular. We have our water too. But what you find is that Roosevelt's carried interest is to invest into things where passport money is a concern, where Dominicans are not benefiting. And I don't even understand how Dominicans believe that is to their benefit this man is doing anything. Now, how is it to your benefit when you were up there? By the way, you have a caller that you usually call. I want to congratulate him, and I want to thank God for him, the guy from Portsmouth, that he escaped the dunce days that Portsmouth has gone through for generations until today. I don't know how he escaped that, but thank God that at least he pulled him out from that level of dunce. Because I don't understand, you supported a man that take out your breath from your mouth, which was Ross University and other businesses, and today you still expecting that same man to prosper you after he failed you and make you become poor next to nothing and make your city a ghost town. My brother, Matt, I am saying Roosevelt Kerry have no interest towards the people of this country because he would have done things for Dominican people to benefit. Look, my brother, if we go into processing of agricultural stuff, bring in an investor or give the monies to local investors, let them open factories. And then we have farmers. We boost the agricultural, set up a robust agriculture. Look at Thompson Fountain. Thompson Fountain and Donny Lugie and others, they did a little hot story on the behalf of the farmers in Dominica once upon a time, and they brought in revenues over 700,000 in less than no time, my brother. So who said that Dominicans cannot prosper from the natural resources? What is Roosevelt Kerry and his, what I almost say concubine because of the nature of this guy. His people, his cronies, to keep Dominicans poor whilst he harvests and reap this country by selling it.
How are you going to sell a country to take care of the same country? That doesn't make sense. People need to get rid of Roosevelt's tariffs by any means necessary. And when I say any means necessary, I mean any means necessary. There's no law against necessity.
All right, my brother. Thank you very much. 9:47. Careful what you mean, huh? Hello, talk to me, yes?
So, look at proof. Now they can tell you about Scary City House, the government house. Every one of these houses that we are building under the CBA program belong to the state, 100%. So it's a state asset. The house, that house is your house. And they tell you Scary saying, well, the house that we gave you in Bedford Shopping is government house.
Just a reminder, just going back in the archives, just to remind you.
So, look at proof. Now they can tell you about Scary City House, the government house. Every one of these houses that we are building under the CBA program belong to the state. 100%.
Welcome to the Westbridge Grill Bar and Restaurant on the Promenade. Come enjoy the most deliciously made roast stuffed bakes. It's extra delicious. And not forgetting the roast pork baked burgers. You must taste it to feel the full cabin flavor. And look, everybody is coming to the Westbridge Grill for freshly satisfying barbecue pork portions just coming off the grill. Bursting with flavor, mouth-watering, moist, and extra tender pork that never runs out. So come taste for yourself. Open 24/7 to satisfy your hunger. And the chilled beverages on point. We are located on the Promenade. You just must come and taste the very well done stewed pork portions. When you finish, you're feeling well. Come and enjoy Wednesday's karaoke live on the Promenade. To place your orders, telephone 615-8346 or 615-9023. So come check us out in the yellow and green building next to the Salisbury bus stop. Private dining on request. A full-fledged restaurant is right there on the Promenade 24/7 and you'll be satisfied.
Gathering speed, long cross, pitches fine. That's fast. Windsor Park Stadium will be filled to capacity when Dominica takes on Jamaica in the FIFA World Cup qualifier. Sunday, June 9, 3 p.m. Windsor Park Stadium, Dominica. Tickets $25 adults, $15 children. Come support the boys repping 767DA in a crucial matchup against the 876JA. Bouillon Mix Reggae, Dominica, Jamaica. Get your tickets now.
It's 9:50 in the morning, 9:50, yes?
Matt, good morning to you and your listeners. Matt, I believe that marina we are hearing about in Portsmouth now, is the fact that Roosevelt Skerrit and the Labour Party's support in Portsmouth is so low at this point that they're trying something for people to come back up. Like when they sent out Ross, the people decided they didn't want him again, so they decided to do something or say something to make the people want to come back to their side. So they realized that Portsmouth is on its last, dragging on its last nail. So they're talking about marina for Portsmouth, so that the Portsmouth people will come back on the Labour Party side. That's what I believe.
All right, somebody's asking me, something seemed to be happening around the court area. A lot of police officers with heavy machine guns. But somebody, a source, just informed me that there's a murder sentencing Samron Thomas and Marvin Albert this morning. 449-309-5997. We'll keep on that story and give you more information. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes?
And that groundbreaking ceremony was the former pal rep of Portsmouth there.
I am not too sure about
to me, I didn't make him out there.
The former pal rep, he's a Cuban ambassador, so maybe in Cuba.
Yeah, but at least you go and do something. He stayed there for how many years and you didn't do nothing there. If you feel you're going to really plan to do something, at least you should notify him so he could get a break to come on. To be there, to see what's going on, Matt. Because you're not doing nothing vai-ti-vai. As usual, it's too short, too flam, vai-ti-vai. Matt and the Dominicans, be aware that the same man that was involved in the Kempinski saga, that made away with the same group of company that made away with how much millions of dollars before Kempinski was open. That is the same group of company, I think, that in Starboy stupidity said that will be building the marina. Dominicans, ask all yourself a question. Ask all yourself a question. What really happened when they took one another to court to get their share of Kempinski before it was done? And today, that same person, that same company involved in building that marina, Matt Dominicans have to wake up. And I think the time the coffee may be over brewing, that all you should smell it. And time to wake up, people. Things are happening in our country that we are not satisfied with. And we're just sitting down there and playing dead. Like our electoral reform thing, it's time for us to hit that ball, run that out, that Matt. Things are going on in our country that not supposed to be happening, Matt. The apartments that were built, the houses that were built, that piece land or the other one they give to the people from Bacatel.
You mean Bellevue?
But they put it at Bellevue. But for the people, Matt, these people were supposed to get their title for their property because they were not in that so-called I give you apartment. There are people that lost their houses and they lost their land, and you put them in a place, man. You put them in a deplorable condition and situation in that area there. And yet still you cannot give them what they're supposed to have, Matt. Matt, that where Anthony Hayden front loaded how much, 6 point something million dollars. You can remember that? To build that housing thing up there. Matt, where that man really come out and Dominicans really, people are doing investigation. Try to investigate that man, but I hear 20-something names, so you might never get who he really is in there for us to really cap on him. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, Blue. As a born-again, believing Christian, the way scary runs the country reminds me of the great temptation of Jesus in Luke chapter 4, verse 6, when Satan told Jesus, all this power will I give thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, and to whosoever I will give it. Seems like Dominica was delivered to Scarrett, and sadly the church is very silent. I saw a clip, and I'll play that for you sometime. I think some service was held at the church belonging to Truth and Fellowship, where Pastor Rodney delivers. He was basically saying that the pastors in Dominica needs to come together. There was a sign of it on the weekend, but he needs them to come together to pray for Dominica. 449, the church is very, very silent. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Yes, good morning to you, Martin. How do you do?
I'm here, sir. How are you?
Not bad at all, not bad at all.
You're getting ready for the big summit coming up, huh?
Oh, yeah, definitely. The summit is on its way. It's on track, and the response is very good. And, we're urging Dominicans, well, there's still place and space for you. You could come, register, and get on board. I mean, there are various areas, Matt, that would interest people, whether it's agriculture, manufacturing, small business. I mean, you just have to choose. You have 3 days, the dinner and an award ceremony. That is the 4th. The 6th, you have other areas of experts presenting in different areas, agriculture, tourism, and different areas. So people can look at the agenda and see whether or not what that suits them and come and register. Just call the office, get to the office, and also make your contribution. Whether you're coming to the dinner or not, just make a contribution. You'll be helping the cause for Dominica. We have so much on our plate. We have court matters. We have so many things that we have to take care of. So all these contributions are very good. But Matt, I like the discussion this morning, Matt. And, Dominicans have been over time talking about and expressing the many concerns they have with the CBI. And I heard Pastor Rodney, he is in fact right. And he said, Present the facts. Don't just tell him, present the facts. So fact number one is that the so-called investors who come to Dominica with $0, but they walk out with millions. That's a fact number one. MMC. What was MMC before? Have you heard of MMC before? MMCC, have you heard of it before, Matt? No.
No.
Have you heard of range developers, Matt, before?
Nope.
Right, but they suddenly came on stream and they came with $0 but walked out with many millions until you had that guy Zampoli versus range developers asking for his big millions. He took them to court for his portion.
He wanted his share.
That.
He wanted his share, yes.
He wanted his share on what? CBI money. So that's fact number one, that Dominica's CBI money created millionaires that never existed. Because we know before investment was about, you have money, you come to a country, you lay out an investment plan, the government gives you the necessary incentives, but you have your fair share of capital that you have to invest in the business, and then you get the green light to go. But these guys came with nothing, these companies came with nothing, and they work out $1 million. Fact number two, Matt, the passport, Matt, I just want to ask you in a question form, who are the passports belong to? The passport.
Dominica, so it's ours.
Right, the Commonwealth of Dominica. But my Dominican skilled men and women have not been benefiting from the proceeds of the CBI. Matt, for example, Dominican children go to university, got scholarships, yet Dominica still owes money for universities for tuition fee. Our truckers are yet to be contracted positively with some kind of good agreement and contract that they can be engaged constructively in the development of Dominica. Matt, what is this for us? That private developers using project funds are always moving and government projects are always at the back. See the state of government playing field. But all who are involved in the selling of passports and doing their projects, it goes on without any hindrance, and the government projects always have this thing. But for example, look at our hospital. Lack basic medical supplies and medication. People are leaving the public service and their gratuities are never paid on time. It takes months, Matt, if not years, before they can get it. So our people are just not benefiting. Look at our electricians, our plumbers, our tilers, our carpenters, our masons, our heavy equipment operators, our surveyors. Even our banks do not benefit because these guys do it with cash. And when the bank is not involved, when the banks are not involved, you know what happens? They're not going to make profit. And these guys use our passport money. Fact number three, the growth sectors are stagnated, Matt. See the state of agriculture and our farmers. See the state of manufacturing. See the state of tourism. See many small businesses which have been closed over the years under the Labour Party. See the state of sports. We cannot even host an international game.
I want to ask you a quick question. Of course, you mentioned agriculture. How is agriculture this time? How is agriculture?
Well, Mark, I suspect you're switching gears, but what I'm saying is that I would like to ask you this question. And by the way, we've had a series of topics with respect to agriculture and our Workers' Voice program. And in the near, not too distant future, we'll be repeating some of these because a lot of information have been.
I asked you because I just want to know the status of agriculture. I know that's your background. Don't get
me wrong. I'm going to answer you, but I'll answer you briefly. I'm saying, Matt, that's why I'm saying all of the growth sectors, including agriculture, they are stagnated. And what I'm saying is that even as we speak, Matt, we are not doing well with our exports, right? We can see the large amount of import that is coming in. And when you have to look at the import-export bill, you notice that our imports are way up. We have a high import bill, and we have not been able to resolve the problems with our agriculture. And I'll just make one example. And I've always said that, you may have an encyclopedia with good intentions, but really nothing comes out from it. Matt, we have, for instance, the abattoir. The abattoir is supposed to be something that encouraging farmers to move into animal husbandry and to go into real livestock production, where they could have their livestock being slaughtered and they bring it down to meat and sell to the local supermarkets and possibly export. What you found happening is that because this is under the public sector program, you find that you have a list of people saying donors. And Matt, you can inquire for yourself. A list of donors, and mostly all of the donors that they give government ministers, Matt, a long list of donors, Matt, that say they want the abattoir donating to them. But what you find happening? Government ministers asking and requesting for them to do what we don't know. So therefore now, because all of that is happening, their operations, when you look at their operation, they spend plenty more money than they make. So they are not getting a chance to sell the produce so that they can generate money to sustain the place. And if such thing is happening for so many years, it's already saying that this place is Kool-Aid. So the government people themselves, they Kool-Aid that place and it's not viable. They're saying that that's one area that you can look where you can put into private hands. All government has to do is to give the private entities the necessary incentives so that they can continue in a positive way to have that thing under control and to manage it in a good way. The audit report speaks to the dismal failure of this abattoir. That's just one of the things that the government boasts and have. In fact, that made about 5-6 rounds of budget cycle talking about an abattoir. Now it has come to fruition, Matt. It is just not doing well, and the government people are responsible for doing that. So that was one area. Our farmers look at their roads over years. We've had Maria, the government, they always make excuses about, yes, we went through Maria, now they put it on the Ukraine-Russia war, and I feel now they put it on the Israel-Palestine war. Okay, fair enough. But yet we got an opportunity after Hurricane Maria and even Tropical Storm Erica to have put our house in order. We spoke about putting mini crushers in various localities around Dominica so that you can have these mini crushers crush stones and have our local contractors dump stones on various areas where you have bad feeder roads. Today, farmers would not be talking about deterioration of their roads. Their roads would have been well maintained with the same raw materials we have. Instead, they get overseas people to come with dumpers and they contract overseas people to dredge our rivers and throw the stones all over the place, and our farmers are still suffering. Matt, we've had a nice propagation plant in the northeastern part of Dominica. It is closed down. All the preparatory work was done there. All of the preparatory work, they were done right at the propagation center of farmers could get their plantlets of various plants so that they could plant. When last have you heard a call for farmers to go to their various agricultural centers to collect planting materials so that they can plant? The little project we had with respect to the tree crop development, when the plants were ready at the gardens, who again benefited? Government ministers. So it appears to me that the government is in power for itself. And I will make that point again. Fact number 4, it appears that it is the Prime Minister and his men alone that getting benefits from all of the proceeds.
I heard a former Minister of Agriculture, saying some years ago that agriculture was on the back burner. But in recent times, I've heard, of course, they're pushing that agricultural issue, like they have placed agriculture on the front burner. Would you agree it's still on the back burner, or have they made some progress?
Well, I don't think it's on any burner by now, because if something was on the back burner for a long time and then they're pushing an agenda for it to be at the front, what makes it so difficult for it to move, for it to shift from back to front, which means that no, it is non-existent. And I will tell you, I'm very serious about that. And if someone wants to challenge me, they can bring the expert figures for me so we can analyze the figures and see where we are doing well or not doing well. You see that talk shop about rough fellas throwing out figures in the air? Mm-hmm. I do not believe in that. I mean, we have a statistical division there. When you go to that institute, to that organization, you just cannot get statistics. But the government will tell you what they want to tell you, but the facts are not there. So let me just tell you, if you're talking about agriculture on the front burner, why is it that right now, Matt, tell me which crop now we have an official market for overseas, where farmers are religiously harvesting every week and selling to a specific market?
I can't tell you, no.
Right, so we can reverse that talk. So we know now that is not a fact. That is not a fact. And I know you'll hear more about agriculture. I will be deliberating more on it, and you will hear more for our programs. But I was just making the point earlier, and I want to get back to it, not to lose my train of thought, that during the COVID, Matt, the Prime Minister went to rent a house for $64,000. While Dominicans had not gotten any stimulus, the Prime Minister went into it during COVID when we had a lot of problems. Small businesses were closing, people were out of jobs, and hardship was on the people of Dominica. We had the Prime Minister enter the house renting for $64,000. Subsequent to that, pressure fall to bear on the Prime Minister, and he said, look, Dominicans are rebuilding my own house, as if the Prime Minister never built a house. The Prime Minister has a house in Vegas. How is the Prime Minister able to just move from building one house to the next? Where is his strategy? Matt, can you ask the Prime Minister when you enter any press conference, how well Give us a strategy for doing well. Because it seems to me it's he alone that is doing well. And he says he's going to build another house so that he can ease up Dominicans with the $64,000. You heard him say that. Is that correct?
Yes, he did.
Right.
And he said he was building one right next to the property that he is now claimed to be renting there. Yes.
Right. I've never known, I know public servants who know they're retiring and all now is their social security they have to take to continue paying their mortgage. But the Prime Minister seemed to have the know-how how to do well. And recently again, it appears again that the government is prepared itself to cushion any sort of inflation in the economy. Because what they have done recently is to take 30% mark for themselves and they leave Dominicans out of everything. And while we are talking, it is hurting that foreigners can come enjoy the CBI money, but Dominicans cannot get anything. Look at the people that are in the apartments right now. But you know what happened to a lady? I will not call the lady name and I'll not say her because they know. Mother lady food was halfway cooked on Saturday. And one guy came and said, look, the bus is outside, you have to move. Poor lady had to turn off her stove and get on the bus to go to Portsmouth. Can you live a life like that, Matt? Matt, can you live a life like that? So you see, that is a strategy. I will not give you the titles for you to have your freedom. But the good book says to us, by the sweat of your brow you shall eat bread. Why is it that we cannot use our democratic hands to liberate ourselves? So every good book says that we should, by the sweat of our brow we shall eat bread. Well, we should use our democratic hands to liberate ourselves. Dominicans, that is the only thing left for you is a vote to remove those guys, and you have to do it fearlessly. Fear no more, Matt. Fear no more. We cannot continue to live like this, Matt. Dominicans must rescue Dominica, and it is time that this government go. There's nothing they can do now. All they do is testing the water to see how strong they are. They're not strong. They are forcing people out of their homes to follow them. So if people decided not to come, because you don't have a title, your food can be halfway cooked. You have to leave it and go. Poor Dominicans, poor Dominica. Matt, thanks for the opportunity. Have a great day.
All right. Glenroy Soso Coffee. Say it as it is, huh? So you have to leave your half-cooked food on the stove, huh? Interesting developments there, boy. $10.09, no? I'm getting some information that DeLong talked about annual general meeting of the National Bank of Dominica will be held on Thursday, the 13th of June, 2024 at 4 p.m. Those of you who may be interested, that's the date for the AGM of the National Bank of Dominica at the St. Alphonsus Parish Hall in Goodwell. We'll give you an idea as to what is on the agenda, including the chairman's and director's reports for the year ended June 30, 2022. Among other items on the agenda. So, if you're a shareholder, make sure you listen to the details. On the telephone, hello, on the telephone. Good, Good morning to you, yes?
Blessings to you, Mr. Peltier.
Blessings to you, sir.
Before I make my contribution, Matt, I need you to do a little thing. But Matt, how is Carlisle? I haven't seen Carlisle in a while.
Well, I just spoke to Carlisle a minute ago. He just texted me, as it's from the court. So, yes.
Okay.
He's all right.
I just want to know my partner is okay. I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't heard him in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, I was just saying for you to get a little update on the two alleged murderers having to do with the Canadian people in Sufuria, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear the next time we hear about them, they escape. I was just saying that.
No, I think that there's some scheduled case sometime in the summer. I'll get an update for you, yes.
Yeah, please. For us, not for me, not for us. For we Dominicans, Matt. We cannot have this kind of philanthropies, taking place in Dominica, and all of a sudden their lives were snatched away, and all of a sudden what they realize we have short attention span, So all of a sudden we'll forget about that. So when they escape, it's like, it's just another escape. No, that is high profile business. Matt, how difficult it is for you to know when somebody is abusing you over a period of time. How difficult it would be, Matt?
Not difficult at all.
My God. So, Matt, what is happening? Why Dominicans cannot come to a collective conclusion that they're being abused, they're taken advantage of? But there's something they call, when you an extremist, you're fanatical. You put a bomb on you and you figure out, Matt and them not supporting labor. No, let me not use labor. I'm not supporting my religion. I'm going to just blow all of them up in that plane because Eden is wicked people out there. Matt, you're not an extremist, Matt. Let me go and poison a whole village because they have homosexuals living and lesbians and prostitutes. You're being a fanatic. You're being an extremist. Matt, the fanaticism or the extremism was built up over a period of time. It was always there where people say, my grandmother was labor. I don't go do like Pastor Rodney. Pastor Rodney, you're talking pattern. You're not interpreting your patois, Pastor Rodney. I will good for you. My mother was labor. My grandmother was labor and all of that. So I am dying labor. But they did not have flushing toilet. They did not go to school. They did not have transport. They never go on vacation. Why are you not emulating all these great things they did not have? It's only labor. They were labor, so you want to be labor. Matt, I talk about how do you know you're being abused, or how difficult would it be for somebody to know that they're being abused over a period of time, 10, 15, 20, 5 years. Some people are so smart, in a matter of a year, they figure out they have to back down. But it takes some people a lifetime, the whole generations, for them to realize it is not working, it is not helping me. Or you're like alcoholic, quite intoxicated, or you're drunk on a belief that I should support a political party, hell or high water.
When you talk to a labor right blessings, what is the excuse? What is the excuse they give you that they're supporting labor? When they have an honest conversation with you, what did they tell you?
Matt, they are conditioned to blame everybody else on everything else, but not the leaders or the Labour Party. That's what they... Lennox Linton, Matthew, for years you have heard it, Lennox Linton, Edison James, UWP until Bouteille, Jamabi make a song. Workers that do that, you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Workers that do that. Everything that is wrong in the country is Erica, Maria, and UWP. So they are conditioned, Matt, to not, because you said it, and I love it, and I kept it in my vocabulary. Repetition builds reputation. Also character, Matt. So in your subliminal or subconscious mind, you are just on the defensive, to your own demise, to your own detriment, to your own impoverishment. You're going to support something that is not helping you. And that is what I'm afraid of. I'm watching my people like living dead, a lot of them. Before you talk to them, what Lennox Linton can do for the country.
What I will tell you, blessings, and I agree, that they have done a good job at demonizing persons like Lennox Linton. They have gone.
My God, Matt, that's why I tell you, I used to call Kyrie and used to listen. I used to have two radios on, Matt. And call that station and call that station and call DBS and call. I finish with that. I tell you, the only thing I really want to call until I phase out the addiction, Matt, is math programs. And that is what they have done over the years, Matt. And people do not see no other problem in Dominica, labor rights particularly. The problem in Dominica is Erica, Maria, and UWP. And they're conditioned like that, Matt. Even if you, Matt Pelkey, or anybody that is more knowledgeable would tell them otherwise and would point it out. Let me give thanks to Dr. So-so. You know, he that just called, you know, my doctor so.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He have tried and he's trying. Lennox Linton have divorced, dislodged, extricate, made the greatest sacrifice with his heart and soul. Angelo Arlene, Loftus Durant, Afi Martin, Matt Pelte, Dr. Thompson Fontaine have tried to educate the labor rights particularly, and all they can say, oh, you can just come and talk about, oh, you have money. Scaring that have the money, but the same monies of Dominicans, these people have hijacked and using it to enslave the people, to imprison the people, to hold them under duress, to have them under duress, hostage, and make them believe if you don't support labor, and they're serious, you know, you cannot eat, you cannot drink, you cannot work, you cannot get an apartment, you cannot even have a friend. So even police officers are afraid of befriending Matt Pellet or Carl Baptist or Blessings or Linton because they might be divulging information within the structure of the police force. And the people are paranoid, people are fearful, people are scared. Justifiably so in some circumstances, Matt. But that is what all you have to conquer. All your fears. The money Skeleton them is using. You have Zampolia again, Matt, the same Zampolia again, into the picture. And people that are educated enough are so frightened out of their skins, Matt, they dare not to take objection publicly. Even the Nazis and the Astapans and people that are well established. I am not surprised, I'm not disappointed, but I'm ashamed of these people. These people can clearly discern. These people are well established, they're prosperous, they're powerful, allowing a set of criminals to just destroy a place that was once a paradise. Now it is hell. Have a blessed day, bro.
They say the worst fear is fear itself, huh? When the DLP acolytes are confronted with the facts, they keep people ignorant. They say, we know, we like it so. All right, let's go back to the telephone. We have, of course, stop coming up there in a minute. Hello, yes? Good morning.
Yeah, Mr. President.
Oh, yeah, you're back.
Get it? Yeah, I'm back because I just need to put this up. Get it? These Dominican people, and we had that church service that gone there that showed you that a lot of people in Dominica are possessed with devils. So you have to understand, going around campaigning his carry, drinking his drink, and these things might be your possession of a demon spirit at the time you're doing that. But you look at what happened. Dominican people will follow Roosevelt's carrot and go and play and give some false rejoicing and rejoicing for something. And then they would return, many of them, and go to the hospital and die on unnecessary death or a preventable death. You don't see that madness? That's total madness. So they're not prioritizing for themselves. They're only following Skerrit for Skerrit's sake. Because you have bad health care, but you're following Skerrit for him to go and put millions of dollars into a marina that's not going to benefit you, where you need health care. All the people you see following him go down the road and do all the madness, by the time that marina builds, maybe 10% to 15% die in the hospital because of lack of good health care. You see what I'm saying? The man doesn't care about these people. And look at the housing project where he put people in housing. Everything Skerrit does is to fail Dominican people and to enrich foreign people. You take people, put them into a housing thing, and the house is not belonging to them, neither the children. If things were the other way around, the same people would have been able to build their own house and leave it to their children. So right there, he failed them. They have nothing to live for their children, and the children have to now start over again. You know what I'm saying? So they're still down to zero. They're both praising him and rejoicing, but at the end of the day, he still has them at zero.
All right, caller, let's take another phone call. It's 10:22 in the morning. Yes?
Matt, good morning to you.
Morning.
Matt, I did call. And as you said, my train of thoughts wasn't there because whilst trying to talk to you, I was listening to somebody else. But man, I was telling you, right, that I want to pass a message to Dr. McIntyre, the district representative for the Valley constituencies. Mark, as I said to you, if you have any question to ask, for now not to ask me, because it's your right to ask questions if you could allow me to pass a message. But at the same time, as a journalist, you would like to ask me why I'm asking, whereas the person have children. But Matt, I am married to Mrs. Rosalind Dami of Wharton with daughter. And I am going to pass this message to Dr. McIntyre. So as I said, Matt, if there's any question, sometime in the very near future, just a matter of time, a young man named Joshua Pascal will be able to answer you in details. Mark, thanks for the opportunity again. Mr. McIntyre, Mrs. Rosalind Dami of Wharton Weaven is at the hospital today. It's going to be the 14th day, and she just cannot get a necessary test that she needs. She's one of the person who have been supporting you for years. I am calling on you, Mr. McIntyre, to go up to the hospital. I would even say right now and see what is going on there. She needs you at this time. 14 days. She's there languishing for a test man. So, Mr. McIntyre, go there and find out what is happening to Mistress Rosalind Dami of Wharton Weaven. Thank you, Mark.
It's 10:24. On the telephone, hello, yes.
Yes, man.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
You remember I'm good. You remember the famous statement of Roosevelt Skerritt? Dio sortias to mash Skerritt. You remember that one?
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
So, Matt, if you're not a supporter of the Dominica Labour Party, Mr. Skerritt can say, Dio pa vini al hospital moi. He can say the same thing for the hospital. And is it really Skerritt's step? The people must ask themselves, are those houses belonging to Skerritt? Because many times he said it belongs to the state. Over and over, he keeps saying, it's your house. But then he jumps again, it belongs to the state. Can Roosevelt Skerritt get it right and tell us which one it is? Are these houses his houses, or do they really belong to the state? And also, will there be a day when these people will get their title? Is he going to make some arrangement so that they can pay a minimal fee, and after 20 years, they can get their title? Mr. Skerritt, can you answer these simple questions, please? Thank you, Matt.
All right, thank you. It's 10:26 in the morning. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Matt, good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Matt, Dominica is a so-it-is country because whenever you speak to the labor rights on them and you give them facts, the first thing they're telling you is so-it-is. That's how the system is. You have to adjust to it. Matt, do you know in the traffic department, the machine to make your license is not good up to today?
It's not good or it's not working? Which one?
That's not good, Matt. That's not good. Man, it has 3 months now since I pay for my driver's license and I cannot get my license. I go in there, up to yesterday I went for my license. The guy told me the machine down again. I asked him, okay, when that machine going to be up? He cannot tell me yet. He don't know. I said, my brother, all you need a new machine. The government have so much money doing so much thing and we don't have a proper machine to give us a driver's license to drive on the road, my brother. For how long I pay for my driver's license, not I can get my driver's license. But the machine not good. But everything we have in Dominica, the government, they calling it, Matt. Matt, we had a Princess Margaret hospital in Dominica. The government changed it to China Friendship House to Die. He said, we have a police station in a police force in Dominica. The government changed it to a one-man wealth police force. Everything we have in Dominica, they call in. All our factories leave in Dominica and go. Ross University go. How much things is mashing up under this government, and yet still them labor rights still telling you it's so it is or it happening in other country. But what kind of Dominica are we? Madam, I tell you, we are drinking a different water in Dominica. We need to change the water we drinking in Dominica. Something is wrong with that water, so that we have to get up the water, doing something that we need to change that water. But have a good day.
Have a good day. 449. Akonde Sparrow. We love it, so it's sweet. Hello, talk to me, yeah? Uh-huh.
Matt, I am going to go to an issue that has been existing since Erica. Not since Erica, you know, Matt, not Maria. On the way to the airport, which we traffic quite often, there are a few places along the Layu River. Many people do not know that it is the Layu River coming out of Bell, but it is the Layu River. And along there are many collapses from Erica, where half the road is gone and there's a bunch of barrels. I'm sure you've seen that, Matt. Matt, tell me, why has that not been fixed? This is the road to the airport. We traffic people there all the time, and people say, but wait a minute, this has been like this for quite some time. And you know, a lot of times you hear, you shouldn't tell the people this and you shouldn't tell the people that. But the people are noticing it. They come here every 5 years on a holiday. They're noticing it. What am I supposed to do, lie? What am I supposed to do, lie? Why, Mr. Skerritt, have you not fixed those collapses along the Layo River in the Bells area since Erica? And you're claiming that the government is doing so well and everything is so hunky-dory. Why are these two areas, this little area, not fixed? And you have the Hampstead Bridge. And on, Matt, the list goes. Nothing seems to be happening. When it floods, people cannot cross to go to Portsmouth. If you have someone to take to Portsmouth, no carry. You have to wait or you have to go around make some long roundabout. Why are these things not being given priority? How can you talk about a marina when you cannot even fix the roads to and from your airport since Erica? Enough said, man.
All right, it's 10:30 in the morning. Taking more phone calls this time. Yes, hello, talk to me, yeah? Caller, are you there? Nobody there. Are you there, caller? Sorry, let's take a call from the overseas line. Are you there, yes?
Yes, good morning, my boy. How you doing?
How you doing? Good.
Hi, good. You see that yacht marina?
It's a what?
I'm telling you, it's an offer. He offering it to them. Just tell them, look, but you will not get it. You will not get it. And not blood is in Dominican heart. Blood is in Portsmouth people's heart.
All right, I was just told from the courts that one accused was given life in prison and another 45 years. We'll give you more details as it becomes available. one of the defendants, life in prison and another 45 years. 10:32 is the morning time. Hello, talk to me. Yes?
Matt, excuse me if I call too often, please. But something came to mind that Roosevelt Skerritt's little spiel at that groundbreaking for the marina, where he keeps saying, first of all, he keeps criticizing people who criticize him. He's saying he should not be criticized. That's what I'm hearing from him. And that we should come as one. What the hell does he mean by that, Matt? Matt, if you have someone who you believe is lying to you all the time, is not doing certain things which you think are priority, and then he turns around and sits around like a big king as if, no, stop criticizing. Come on my side. Come and cooperate. Let's do it together. But he doesn't do. He wants to eradicate you all the time. But it's a kind of a communist thing. Let's get together. Let's unify. Don't make noise. Don't criticize. Come together. What the hell does he mean by that, no man? Is he crazy? Or is that a psychological thing that he's using on the poor minds of some? I'm trying to figure it out. Because we know in a democracy where we oppose things that are not right. And Roosevelt Skerritt is saying, don't oppose. Come, let's get together. What does he mean by let's get together? Mr. Skerritt, I called a while ago. Can we get together and you fix that road through the Layou Valley? Can you do that? We can get together on that. Yes. But we're not going to get together when you have no accountability for the funds of this country, particularly with the CBI, which is bringing in a lot of funds. But you are not accounting for it. Why should we cooperate with a thief or someone that we perceive to be a thief because he's not accountable and transparent? Enough said.
Enough said. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes, it's just already, I think it's 10:32. Hello, talk to me. Yes?
Matt, just a message for a Portsmouth person. They asked me to ask Matt because they're trying to get through, and that's how honest I can be. The proposed marina, Matt, is not in Portsmouth. Check it out. It's in court. It's a cottage. It is earmarked, if at all it ever happened. All right? So the person was asking for you to do some homework to see in which constituency it is. So it's not in Portsmouth. So Ian, the former pal rep, cannot speak on it. It has to be, the cottage person. And Matt, you have Dr. McInrim. He haven't got McIntyre again. The man divorced his soul and give that to Skerritt. Dislodge his soul and give that to Skerritt. So he haven't got no more tire. It's Dr. McInrim. He's on Remy running. He don't give a damn about patients anymore. I can't believe what Tony Caesar is saying there, but I know because I've seen a lot. I used to be at the hospital and a guy was waiting for surgery. And if you see the kind of wound, Matt, and some kind of metal plate and, doctor, the main boy up there with the bone thing, he's a foreign shot, red, I don't go in and call his name. And the man there for months, Matt, everything in Dominica. And Matt, it's not coincidental. It's not accidental. It's by design. What they're doing, Matt, is systematically impoverishing the people, which multiplies with a strategic forced migration, and annexation will become Nana-do. Sweet food, Matt. When you're dribbling and you're beating fellas, you used to say Nana-do, sweet food. So all our lands will be taken over by the Chinese and other foreigners and them politicians that is in Dominica. Very few of them, Skerritt and, let me not be more specific. They're buying up all the land secretly. They're buying up Roseau. Every little vacant lot. They're buying it while little labor rights, they're waving the flag, leaving the food half cook and go and follow labor. And they cannot say no because they will be kicked out of their own money that build the apartment. They will be kicked out of their own apartments, which Skerritt says not their own. It's government owned. When they finish, they come in and say, oh, it's the people that is the government. Stop being fooled, the people. Wake up and revolute. Have a blessed day, sir.
Somebody saying again, advising me that Lago Conference is in the town of Portsmouth, but the cottage constituency, that's where the marina is going to be, huh?
Never look if I was a selfish man, I won't be involved in this election. I don't know already, I want fame. Plus I ain't looking for fortune again. All I'm asking is that you pay close attention to the many problems we all face from dawn to dawn. You're intelligent, I think, and you should face issues. But you're behaving like a moron, cussing me for where I'm born, but you pipe and handle water. You pay too much for butter. Take your steel beam and go. The terrible school system is such a bloody problem. Take your steel beam and go. Agriculture's in a state, planning is inadequate. Take your steel beam and go. The northern and southern idol, the two kingpins are bubble. We know, we like it so. We like it so. Anything that's wrong, he go put it right. Georgie Porgy tell we the other night. So instead of displaying impatience, pull yourself and give the fella a chance. How the hell you could say O&R go do better? Bet we send you back Grenada in a drum. Me and Georgie going to put it right together. We have freeness and freedom, plenty roti, plenty rum. Hospitals have no limit, this brown paper they using. Take the steel beam and go. Public transportation is an abomination. Take the steel beam and go. Well, food, clothes, and rent is proof. Cost of living.
At 1 o'clock this afternoon, we have the leader of the United Workers' Party in the House.
For personal gain is common win.
Dr. Thompson Fountain is our guest from 1 o'clock. I'm still trying to get some more information as it relates to the golden frogs in the north, huh?
Barrow boy, you need psychiatry to be in them bourgeois people motorcade. Me afraid to tell you straight to your face. You back in a jackass in a horse race. Georgie say, oh, you ain't getting one damn seat. Oh, and I come out to mama guy. And Bokassa say, how are you going to feel the heat? The penalty to oppose is high. That's political suicide. We have no house, so we squat, living with cockroach and rat. Take the steel beam and go. The cesspit flowing over, you could catch yellow fever. Take the steel beam and go. Soldier in bulldozer, break down my shark in mover. Take the steel beam and go. There's plenty sexual favors to be attended, worker, we know, but we like it.
Again, based on the court, huh? Mr. Simon Thomas was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Damian Ernest, and Marvin Albert sentenced to 45 years in prison, huh? 45 years, but that's a lot of years, huh? Two young men.
It ain't have a single thing you could say would make me abandon me valleys. No steel beam go fall down on top me head. Sparrow as I pee and them till I dead. Buddy, you may be shocked when I tell you this. Hudson Phillips is a Yankee CIA. And the whole of ONR is only communist. They take carnival away and make people work each day. It's yes, you in a union and can't get recognition. Take your steel beam and go. The unemployment levy murdering everybody. Take your steel beam and go. Children come out of college below elementary knowledge. Take your steel beam and go. We grieving with frustration through maladministration. We know, but we like it so. We like it so. We feel.
Mighty Sparrow.
Would well cost you your popularity. Francisco, how come you ain't on that?
Let's take our final call because before we make a stop, I'm expecting somebody for an interview this morning.
Just like Georgie.
As relates to a book launching. Hello, talk to me, yes? Good morning. Hello.
Matthew, heard me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
I said Sparrow said it right.
He said it right. Okay.
Right. Carry it back to the jackass in the horsery.
Boy, you need psychiatry to be in them bourgeois people motorcade. Me afraid to tell you straight to your face. You back in a jackass in a horse race. Georgie say, oh, you ain't getting one damn sleep. Oh, and I come out to mama guy. And Bokassa say, how are you going to feel the heat? The penalty to oppose is high. That's political suicide. We have no house, so we squat, living with cockroach and rat. Take this thing.
10:45. Hello, yes?
Not that church, not joking. No, that church set an example there.
What, boy? That's a lot of years, we.
Boy, let me tell you, Matt, those boys not asking themselves a question right now. That is up to them, but that judge here, he's not joking.
45 years.
And 45.
That's like a lifetime, we. 45 years.
That is, and honestly, it was, Matt, it was circumstantial evidence that convicted them. Just imagine that.
I know. Yes.
So you can imagine. So young men take note. Young women
take note.
45 and lifetime we're talking about here.
Yeah, that's to me. That's 2 lifetimes.
No, that's very good, Matt, and I applaud the judge 100%.
All right.
That's an example of the young men.
Young men, take note, huh? Hello, yes. Good morning.
Just quickly, Matt, I listened to that song like I've never listened to it before. Matt, just take what he's saying about Trinidad and take it to Dominica. Matt, perfect parallel. My God, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Sparrow as I pee and them till I dead. Buddy, you may be shocked when I tell you this. Hudson Phillips is a Yankee CIA. And the whole of ONR is only communist. They take carnival away and make people work each day. It's yes, you in a union and can't get recognition. Take your steel beam and go. The unemployment levy.
10:46. Hello, yes.
Hello, yes. Yes, my dad, this young man say about the machine down for cards for license. I went to studies a while I went for my license. But I just like to know you can drive around with the car, the paper they give you, right? The slip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you can drive with that. Someone is saying that I know the guys got instructions from high up to carry out the murder. Well, I guess they should have instructed whoever the investigators were.
This concern that you show in here for we could well cost you your popularity. Francisco, how come you ain't understand? We ain't want no blasted opposition. Yes, just like Georgie Porgy had done, chopping my gilpin, waiting for the opposition till. And anytime we catch them only backpedaling. I ain't even want no bail. I am afraid to make a jail. Food you could produce here is imported from elsewhere. Take your steam, people, to fishing road water, pennies waiter.
And to wrap up our program, this we're gonna wrap it up with a conversation with Mr. Damien Schillenfeld. One book labeled "I Am the King" or "I Am King," Book 1, and "I Am King," Book 2. I suspect that may be a series, and we have the author here with us this morning, Mr. Damien Schillenfeld. Good morning to you, sir. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm doing very good today. Yeah, doing
It's
really
clear
good.
you have your dad's face, huh?
Oh, you know my dad, Morgan?
Yeah, I think I know is it your uncle? I know
Uncle Eric, yeah.
Uncle
So,
Eric.
so what you're seeing is
I can
that
see
Schillenfeld
that
face.
Schillenfeld face is
Yeah,
right
that long
there.
face, yeah.
that long face, yeah, the long face.
Yeah,
so
man.
tell us about your books. I see 2 books here. I Am King and
Yeah, I Am King and I Am King Book 2. So it's like you said, it is a series.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy series. The best way I would describe it to folks would be a mashup between Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, and Black Panther.
Okay.
So this is a fantasy book. It's based on traditional European fantasy in some essence. But the difference with this, which is why I wrote the book, is I wanted to see my people on it. I wanted to see some Black faces as the heroes. Because
Okay.
in a lot of these popular books, it's not us that are the ones leading the way, until we had Black Panther, where, they really showed Black people at the forefront,
Mhm.
the heroes leading the journey. So as someone who really enjoyed fantasy, when I grew up in Jordan, I read a lot of books, Alice in Wonderland, Knights of the Round Table. My grandfather had those books in the house. So I always loved fantasy.
Okay.
So when I had the opportunity to do that and, put myself and my culture, forward, I took that chance and I went ahead and I started the series I Am King.
So you started writing those books how long ago?
So the first book, it took me a long time. I started this concept, the idea, around 2014. And then I finally finished the first draft in 2017. I put it away for a few more years. And then once I finally was able to get it edited and it was ready, I had the book cover and everything, I published the book in 2020, summer of 2020.
So tell us something about your background in terms of your writing.
Right. So my early education is here in Dominica. I lived here until I was age 10 years old. And then I moved to the United States. A lot of my writing was influenced by the times, the story, especially when the Lord of the Rings movie came out. It really infatuated me because I always loved the books. And I started, thinking to myself, I wanted to write a story. I wanted to be an author and create something memorable and long lasting, that legacy, like that. And then when I had my first son, who is actually one of the characters in the book, he's the main character, my son, Bo.
Okay.
I refer to him in the book as Beaumont. I said to myself, I wanted to create something that, one day when I'm not here, I can at least still talk to my children and my grandchildren. Because when they read that book, they're going to hear my voice. And that's why I focus so hard into trying to get this done, at the time. Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell us, are you targeting a particular audience there? Just young people?
Well, yeah,
What's the demographic?
Yeah, I would say the demographic would be, I would say, like middle school to adults. I wanted to make the book broad. There's no strong language in the book, no adult situations like that. It's a book that anyone could read. It's open to that. I wanted to make it as broad as possible because with some of the ideas in here, I wanted to expose a lot of people who are familiar with fantasy as a genre, but expose them to our West Indian culture, to talk to them about things like Jombi and Sukuya, talk to them about witch doctors and the religion and the food, to talk about the food in the books. A lot of these people who typically read European-based fantasy, they're not aware of. So this is an opportunity to share that with the world. And also, even though these stories might be very familiar, because as we know, there's nothing new under the sun, it's all about the perspective. So coming from the perspective of a person who grew up in the West Indies and then transitioned to the United States and trying to find my way by, still trying to understand and assimilate to this new culture, but also hold on to my roots. I felt that this book talks a little bit about that journey that I went through doing that transition, and just to share that to the world and expose Caribbean culture and mythology to a bigger audience.
You said the first one you started around 2014.
Yes, 2014. Yeah.
Which is I Am King, and the second one.
So the second one is I Am King Book 2, and I have everything already pre-planned out, pre-plotted. It's going to be 5 books in total. So by next year or the year after that, I should have the third book out. So it'll be I Am King Book 3, then I have Book 4, and Book 5 will be the end of the series.
So what has been the reaction thus far from your readers?
Yeah, I mean, publishing something like this is a very personal journey. As a writer, you're kind of working alone, so you really don't have any idea how it's going to be received. I know that I liked what I wrote. I read it and I enjoyed it. I didn't know how the audience would take it, but surprisingly, if you were to go on Amazon today and look at the reviews for my book 1, you see that's overwhelmingly positive. I have an average 4.5 star. People are talking about the characters they love, the stories, and it was very well received, very well. So I'm very excited for the book 2, which I just released this month. I don't have any reviews yet, but I'm excited to see the feedback.
Who from your research, who's the main target there in terms of the people who read it? More people from the United States, United Kingdom?
Oh yeah, so I have those details in the reports that I received from the sales. So a large percentage is from the United States, and then the United Kingdom is like the second highest market for me right now.
Okay,
for those two. Yeah.
So no, you have been monitoring the Caribbean region at all?
No. So I'm not. So I'm unfamiliar with the access that folks have here with like deliveries for like through Amazon, because my book is exclusive through Amazon. I was in Girardel yesterday, and I had a little talk with the kids at the Girardel school, and I met with some of the teachers. So I got a little bit more insight on their access to ordering the book. So I'm not sure how it's marketed, to folks who are in the West Indies and the Caribbean. I've reached out to I know Dominica website, Dominica News Online, and they did an article of me not last year, but in 2020 when this first book came out. I didn't see too much change in the sales, from that. Usually if I do something with marketing, I could kind of track, if I'm going to get some additional sales from that. I didn't see that too much, but that's something that I want to do more of as I'm slowly transitioning. So
Dominica is not a market just yet?
Not yet. I don't think there's many Dominicans aware that, I am a writer and I'm from the island, but that's something I want to change. I like these 2 books here, for example. When I go back to Girardel today, I'm going to give it to the teachers to have it there in the school. And then I'm going to order some more because they requested it, to send it down to them. And just start from there, getting the word out on the island.
Yes, I think you should try to target some of the schools in Dominica.
Oh, yeah, I want to do that, yeah. And even donate some copies to the library if that's possible, yeah. So that's part of the trip was finally coming back to Dominica after many years. The last time I was here, I was 17 years old, 17, 18. I'm 41 now, so it's a long, long time. So I was happy to come back and share that with my family and my wife, and my father finally got to meet, his grandkids. We talked through FaceTime, but he finally gets to meet them in person. So that was a big thing, but also to come back home and, do my best to talk to some of the young people. I was only able to schedule the one talk at the Girardel school, but hopefully in the future, when I come back, I could be a more focused, maybe a more business-minded trip to really come out there and talk to more people and spread the word about writing and,
So how long are you going to be here now?
Today is our last free day. Tomorrow we'll be flying back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you should target the schools when you get back, so you can get a lot more people interested.
Yeah, and it's perfect for the school-age children. Again, like the story, I kept it clean. It's not something that parents have to worry about their children reading anything that's negative or any kind of strong sexual content. There's nothing like that in the book. It's a clean fun adventure fantasy book, you know, that anyone can enjoy.
So if somebody wanted to get a copy right now in terms of Amazon, you're saying?
Yes, exclusive on Amazon. You could just look it up through the title, I Am King, or just put Damien Chillinford. That's the first thing. Even if you Google me, look me up in Google, that would be the first thing that would come up, would be the books. Okay. And then you could purchase it there through Amazon.
Well, I was hoping that you get a lot of response after this morning's
interview. Yeah,
interview.
We'll see, man. We'll see. You know, I just want to say it's been amazing coming back home this last few weeks. The smells, the food. I just had a roti for breakfast, which I don't think is acceptable. You know, smelling the fresh fruits. I'm staying at Cocoa Cottage up in Trafalgar.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and we're out there, and it's just seeing the green and just remembering home, you know. And then when I went back to Jourdel yesterday, it was a very emotional moment for me, you know, walking the same roads that I walked when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
Seeing the school. And yeah, I'm just happy to be home, man.
Well, I'm happy you came in, you know?
Yeah, I'm happy you gave me the opportunity to sit with you. I appreciate it.
Again, I Am King.
Yes, I Am King Book 1 out right now, and I Am King Book 2 just released this month.
But when you come back, come talk to us.
Yes, sir, for sure.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, man.
Thank you for stepping in. Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
thank you, thank you. I say hi to your uncle when you get back to Jourdel. Huh?
I will, yeah.
That's my boy. Hello, talk to me. At 10:58 is the morning time. Let's end up over a Sparrow. We like it so. It's sweet. Thank you very much. Let's do this and wrap it up here this morning. Don't forget at 1 o'clock, the leader of the United Workers' Party. And look out for the books, I Am King, Part 1, Part 2, okay? On Amazon.
Take your Stevie and go. The unemployment levy murdering everybody. Take your Stevie and go. Children come out of college below elementary knowledge. Take your Stevie and go. We grieving with frustration through maladministration. We know, but we like it so. We like it so. This concern that you show in here for we could well cost you your popularity. Francisco, how come you ain't understand? We ain't want no blasted opposition. Yes, just like Georgie Porgy had done, sharpen my gilpin, waiting for the opposition till. And anytime we catch them only backpedaling.